Good evening and welcome to Cy Fair FCU Stadium on the northwest side of Houston on this Thursday evening. The Thursday Night Lights Varsity Wires Radio Network Game of the Week presented by the Collette King Team as the Cy Fair Bobcats and the Cy Ridge Rams face off in District 17 6A action. Good evening, everybody. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer. And Mac, as we get district play underway, non-district is now behind us. Both of these teams had a bye last week. In fact, most of Cy Fair ISD did have a bye. Only 3 games took place. They were all on Friday, so we had the week off last week. Didn't have to come out to either stadium and work our way through a game. But instead now, district play has begun, and for Cy Fair, a 2-1 non-district record. Their only loss came to a top 10 ranked team in Dickinson. They had a close affair with Klein Kane, 49-48. They get the win. Kane ends up going for 2 with 4 seconds left after scoring potentially the game-tying touchdown. They end up missing, so Cy Fair hangs on. They bounce back with a big win over Cy Park and then fall to that top 10 Dickinson team. Cy Ridge, on the other hand, they've been struggling a little bit. They were competitive in their first game against MacArthur, ended up losing by 10, but then lost big to Nimitz and then lost big to Langham Creek last week. It's for both teams. Before we even dive into all of that, it is a chance for both of these teams to put everything behind them, take the positives, throw away the negatives, and look ahead to when it really matters, because starting tonight it does matter whether or not you get to the playoffs.
It's just like any football program that you have. Preseason is there to find out, to vet out your team, vet out your program, to find out what your strengths are, what do you have to work on, and take all those risks, take all those gambles that you want to take so you know where you're going to improve, because this is where the season starts. Obviously, everyone knows that. But you look at the Cy Fair Bobcats. I mean, look at what they've done out there. That Dickinson team, those guys are for real, man. 35-21 in a preseason game. I can only imagine how much Coach Miller learned from that game that early to play a very well-disciplined Dickinson team who took down Katy in game 1 right there. That was a heck of a matchup. And people talk about that game as really just a showcase of what high school football, top-level and elite programming needs to look like. But for the Rams, they got a lot to prove, man. I mean, they've come a little bit short the last few years. We'll get into some of those numbers, but they're trying to find some type of signature win, something they can build themselves upon and find some kind of way to at least make that top 4 for this district.
Cy Fair will break them down individually first. Again, it was a 49-48 win over Klein Kane to open the season. Again, they score the go-ahead touchdown with 45 seconds left to go up 49-42. Kane then marches down the field, scores to make it a 1-point game with 4 seconds left. They elect to go for 2. They do not convert, so Cy Fair hangs on for the 49-48 win. They bounce back, play a much stronger game, albeit with a little shaky of a first quarter. Cy Park, they're going through their fair share of struggles this year, but it was a 14-10 game. Cy Fair only had a 4-point lead after the first quarter. They pulled away second through the fourth quarter to come away with a 56-20 victory. And then, I mean, to their credit, had Dickinson on the ropes last week. They were up 21-7 in that game before Dickinson rattled off 28 unanswered to get the win. But if you're Jeff Miller and this Cy Fair Bobcat coaching staff, you're looking at that Dickinson game saying, hey, we can hang with the top program in the state.
100%, absolutely. And you know what that has to do for your confidence? Especially that's your third game, and you watch those guys go against Katy and how well they played against the Katy Tigers. Coming back to get that type of confidence for this football team. And, you know, as the shout-out goes around here, the Klein Kane coach loved the fact that he went for 2. He's like, dude, we've thrown a hundy on this field tonight. Let's win it now or let's lose it now. But I tell you what, I'm going to take my best shot. I'm going to invest in this nice senior front 5 and let them do their work. Unfortunately, came up a little bit short for Klein Kane, and that's the victory for Coach Miller.
So as the wheel turns for Cy Ridge, again, they had a lead on MacArthur in their season opener over at Pridgeon Stadium. That was Aldine MacArthur. They end up wilting a bit in the second half, though, falling 23-13. And then Nimitz was not a great afternoon at Thorne Stadium. 50-16, they lost. Cy Ridge suffered a couple season-ending injuries in that game. That's something they've had to basically try and bounce back from throughout that game, and then into the Langham Creek game as well, which they ended up losing 59-21. And Andrew Shanley, who's had control of this program now since 2019, he's still trying to kind of get that with the consistency, I guess, is probably the best word for it, because it's a team that's Cy Ridge since Gary Thiebaud, and give him credit. I mean, that is some big shoes to fill for jumping in for Gary Thiebaud, and the kind of coach that he was, and the program he built, the only coach Cy Ridge had ever had to that point. But you know, as you look at the Cy Ridge team too, it's like they have their great moments on offense, on defense. Special teams is something Shanley, a former NFL player, knows the importance of special teams, has really made special teams a big emphasis for this Cy Ridge team. And you got to think at some point it's going to have to come together for the Rams.
I would think so too. And Shanley being the man that he is and the coach that he is, and yes, he is filling some big shoes to take over this Rams football program, but he's got the experience. He's a good mentor to these kids. They may not be on the winning track yet. They're slowly working their way back. Their record is slowly improving over the last few years, but I can't wait to see what Shanley can do with these guys. And if it's a special teams moment tonight that makes this game close or makes it the difference in the game, man, God bless them. Let them go out there and do whatever they have to do to make this thing interesting this evening.
So that's coming up here at the bottom of the hour. Again, we're scheduled for a 6:30 kickoff here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Both teams on the field warming up as we speak, Cy Ridge and Cy Fair from Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Thursday Night Lights on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, it's a visit with the head coach of Cy Fair, Jeff Miller. That's coming up here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran-owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout.
Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
And welcome back into the pregame show. We continue our countdown to Thursday Night Lights here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network. Cy Fair and Cy Ridge from Cy Fair FCU Stadium. Week 5 action in the 17th 6A district opener for both schools. It's now time for our visit with one of the two head coaches. We'll get to Coach Shanley here in a moment here from Cy Ridge, but right now we've got the head coach of the Cy Fair Bobcats, Jeff Miller. Coach, your team's been on a pretty good roll to start this season, 2-1 in non-district play. You had a thriller back-and-forth shootout against Kane, then you had a pretty convincing win over Cy Park, and then ran into a really good Dickinson team before the bye. I guess just 3 games in, what are you the most proud of with your team at this moment?
Well, biggest thing is we're getting better each week. You know, we started off, got a lot of new faces. We got running a new offense with a new offensive coordinator. We've got really about 3 starters on each side of the ball coming back. So the biggest thing, you're not going to be into the season ready at the beginning. So you got to get better each week. Was able to go over there and come out with a win over a super Kane team week 1. And felt like we got a little better there, but had some still struggles week 2 against Park. And then, played Dickinson, who's in the top 10 in the state in everybody's poll right now, and had them 21-14 at half and just wasn't able to finish it, but still feel like at the end of the game we were still, a better team than we were before. So that's the biggest key right now. You break the season up into a bunch of different parts, obviously, and the biggest thing is get through the part 1 of the season, the non-district play. You want to improve. You want to find out your strengths and weaknesses. You want to establish your identity, and I think we've done all of that. And so, we're ready for part 2 now.
When you look at your offense, I mean, you've got a good line. You got some big kids on that offensive line. Running game, I think people who've been fans of Cy Fair football for all the way back to the beginning know that how much running the ball has meant to the history of this program. But you're kind of slinging the rock around these days. You got a pretty good quarterback and some pretty really talented receivers. Talk about the offense and your coordinator here, who's kind of put together this system that you're flying on right now.
Well, no, it is. It's different for sure. I joke all the time. I played here back in the 80s, and so Coach Bajowski was the O-line coach when I was playing here. So I got on to our quarterback the other day. We were joking around or something. I said, "You need to feel lucky, man. We throw it about 10 times a game when I was playing. You're throwing it 10 times a quarter. So, quit being selfish," which he's not a selfish kid. We were just. But anyway, no, I think the strength of our group offensively is our core of receivers. We've got a couple new kids and a couple of returning kids and some kids that really developed. They had a great spring and summer, and so they're really coming into their own. Now we do have we got a top-notch running back group. Honestly, we've got 3 guys we really like, but our starter, the 2-year starter, senior Arnell Fontenot, man, he's as good as there is. We've got to get him loose. And you mentioned the OC coach Mike Harvey coming to us from Stratford. He wants to run the football. We all do. Any good offensive play caller wants to run the football, right? So we've got to get that going a little bit better. I think we know that. Our O-line, that you talk about having some young ones. I don't know that our O-line is that young, but they're really inexperienced, and they're fighting a couple of injuries, so we feel like that's getting better every day, but it still needs to improve. We want to win that game up front, but fortunately we haven't been able to run it as well as we want to, but we've kind of bailed ourselves out with throwing the ball. But we want to be a little more balanced, which I think we will. But, right now, when you have this core of receivers, the name of the game now is getting those athletes out in space, and we feel like we have a good core of athletes, and Coach Harvey does a great job of getting them out in space and getting the ball to them. So, and quarterback's doing a really good job, as you mentioned. He's a smart kid. He's more of just kind of a possession-type quarterback, and he's doing a real good job.
When you look at this Cy Ridge team here tonight, they're a team that's been banged up a little bit, haven't had probably as much success in the non-district slate as they would have wanted to, but still a talented team nonetheless. What's kind of the general scouting report on the Rams from your perspective?
Well, defensively, they're pretty stinking good up front. They got a couple of linemen over there that just about anybody'd like to have, And then you can tell on the back end they're athletic. I think they're a little inexperienced right now, but you can't, you're not going to just run around them without them giving you a battle. I mean, they get after it. So athletically, they're strong, and like I said, up front, they're big. Offensively, they always have talent. They don't have a lot of depth. Their numbers aren't real high, but depth. Just overall athleticism, they do put a good group out there, and Coach Shanley does a great job. I mean, he's got a good program, and they're very sound and do things the right way. So it's certainly a challenge. You have to prepare to get ready for his team.
Final question here for you, Coach. This is Jeff Miller, the head coach of Cy Fair, joining us here on the pregame show. If you could sum it up for me, biggest keys to a Cy Fair Bobcat win tonight.
Well, we've got to consistency, both sides of the ball, because we show flashes of really good stuff, okay? Ultimately, what got us in the Dickinson game definitely was our 6 turnovers. We've had 10 turnovers in the first 3 games, which is, to be a championship team, you can't have that many turnovers. We got to protect the football. We've also given up a couple of big plays. Defense, we got to cut that down. We've had a couple of injuries on the back end that we're trying to fill some spots. And I know it's a cliche, but man, we've got to play better on special teams. We have to. We're starting to get a little bit better, but we're starting to put some people in there that understand how important they are. I don't think we had those people in the first game necessarily, or they just didn't quite grasp. They were new to the varsity game. And so we're getting better at that, but we've got to play better special teams. And that's one of Ridge's strengths, man. Coach Shanley is a special teams dude. And so we've got to make sure that we're sound in that area.
Coach, appreciate it. Best of luck tonight.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Jeff Miller, head coach of the Cy Fair Bobcats. We'll take another break here on the pregame show. More coming up on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at Interscholastic Athletic Events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Welcome back here to Cy Fair FCU Stadium. We continue on the pregame show. Cy Ridge and Cy Fair tonight in 17-6A action. Both teams starting to emerge from their locker rooms here. And as we continue to march along towards kickoff, Mac Honer, time to take a look at some of the keys. Let's start off with the Cy Fair Bobcats. We heard it a bit from head coach Jeff Miller on what they need to do to try and come away with the win. But from your perch up here, Mac Honer, what are you looking at for the Cy Fair Bobcats to start district play 1-0?
Well, Miller said it. He talked about that Dickinson game. 6 turnovers? How about just hold on to the rock? And if you do things that you're supposed to do right, tell your running backs to carry the ball. You can't have any picks. You can't turn it over. Do fundamental football, and they're going to need to make sure they do that. And that young junior quarterback with Rigler, it's really going to be in his hands to really keep them calm and run the pace of the game. They run their game plan, they're going to have a lot of success tonight.
Cy Fair, the designated visitor today, so they're rocking the white jerseys as they emerge from their tunnel. Cy Ridge, on the other hand, again, it's kind of been tough sledding to start the season for them, but still a very talented group nonetheless. What's going to be big for them to try and pull off the upset victory today here?
Well, you've got some leadership in their quarterback over there. Kel Whalen, being a senior coming into this program, is going to have to show some really strong leadership for this team. The defense does have great signs of opportunity, and they're going to need to do something to stop this Bobcat offense. And if they come back out and they shut down a couple of those first 2-3 drives right out of the gate, it's going to build confidence for their team, and that's one thing Rams have to do. They need to build confidence early and find out and understand that they can compete with this Bobcat team. And if they get that kind of confidence early, this could turn into a really fun contest tonight.
Friendly reminder, as those are your keys to the game, that today's broadcast is brought to you by Fire Reconstruction Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. This broadcast is also being brought to you by the Rapid Mailroom. For 40 years, locally owned and operated, the Rapid Mailroom has been packing items with care, and they'll get it there. They've got you covered from shipping to notary, P.O. Box, and holiday gift wrapping. Located at 7710 Cherry Park Drive in the heart of Copperfield, the Rapid Mailroom is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there. School songs being played here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium. We are about 5 minutes away from kickoff between Cy Ridge and Cy Fair here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
What's the biggest myth about interscholastic performing arts? That you have to be the most talented or experienced to participate. The truth is, anyone can be a part of their school's performing arts. There are countless opportunities for students to participate, from theater, choir, and band to speech and debate. The bottom line, if you want to perform, there's a place for you.
This message presented by the NFHS and the UIL.
Why are interscholastic sports called the last classroom of the day? Because they teach students important life lessons like teamwork, accountability, and perseverance. School sports are so much more than a game. They're about developing the whole person. That's why they're an essential part of every student's education.
Encourage your student to participate in the last classroom of the day. Interscholastic sports in Texas. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Rapid Mailroom is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Rapid Mailroom is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand, We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible. Because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Just about ready to get this game underway here from Cy Fair FCU Stadium on the northwest side of Houston. Cy Fair and Cy Ridge. Bobcats and Rams, a good old-fashioned CFISD rock fight in 17-6A play. And Zach Babb alongside Matt Coners, we welcome you back into the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team. Just about ready to get the coin toss going here as both drill teams are clearing the field. The national anthem has been played.
There's all your next level cheer team out there, Zach. It's good to see they bring the middle schools out here to be a part of the program as well and get a chance to make it out here at the Cy Fair FCU Stadium and march up and down the field like that. What a special treat that is for those young ladies.
Yep, indeed it is, as the officials now come out to the 50 at midfield, and we'll send both teams that direction as well. For Cy Fair, it is the road white uniforms today. Maroon numbers front and back. Cy Fair on the front above the numbers. No nameplates on the back. They're wearing the all maroon pants and the maroon helmets with the white face mask. The Cy Fair Bobcat paw print on either side of the helmet, as it's been for the last couple million years or so for Cy Fair.
Used to be the only high school out there on 290, right? People talk about that all the time.
Cy Ridge wearing the home navy blues today. The white numbers front and back, no nameplates on the back. No wording on the front either, just the numbers on the shoulders as well. Blue pants, silver helmets with the navy blue ram horns on either side. Cy Fair wins the toss. They elect to defer. And we'll see which way they decide to operate this thing. Cy Fair wins the toss. They defer, and Cy Ridge will receive in the north end zone first. And so both teams looking to start district play strong here will come out and get this thing rolling here, Matt Conner.
I tell you what, the first thing that just impresses me, I'm watching the captain for the Rams, Isaiah Broughton, walk off the field. That is a large man.
That is a large human being.
I mean, watching him walk out there to do the coin toss, great athletes, take nothing away from it, but that guy, he's got 10 inches and 65 pounds on anybody in the middle of that field right now.
It is a almost fall day here in South Texas, 84 degrees. Wind is minimal out of the north. About as good as you can get in late September here, as we're still waiting on the colder weather to come through, but we'll take anything not in the 90s.
We'll definitely take that, Zach. We mentioned last weekend, it's almost getting to be fire pit weather. After the game, you go home and find your best friends and your family and sit around that wonderful fire pit. We're going to be right on top of that here within the next week or two.
Wiley Mallory to kick this one off. The junior for Cy Fair. Back deep to receive for Cy Ridge is Grant Gordon, the junior as well. Mallory, a high kick. Pooch kick, fielded at the 27-yard line, and he's got some space for a second there past the 40, and then taken down at the 44-yard line. That was Kevin Ferrygood on the return. He was taken down by Daniel Gutierrez, the other special teams specialist, and so some decent field position here to start for the Rams.
Yeah, that pooch kick is such a popular thing, and he had an open space right there in the middle. A little bit more speed, he could have broken through that first line of defense for the Bobcats.
So Cy Ridge will take the field. Their offense here. Excuse me, that was Cameron Wattell on the return for Cy Ridge. My apologies, looking at the wrong roster. It's going to be a 4-receiver spread here for Cy Ridge to start off. They're going to send the running back in motion. Turns, they're going to swing it out to him, and it's a little too tall and incomplete. Intended for Grant Gordon, the chief return man for Cy Ridge, but it falls harmlessly to the turf on the pass from Cale Weiland.
Boy, already getting just a little bit chippy right out of the game, which I love the competitiveness that we're going to see there. Coming on, making the play, Jace Robinson just was right there, right in the grill of the receiver, and both of them had just a little something to say. I think they were just saying, hey, good to see you again.
Good to see you. Happy game day, everybody.
It's going to be a great day today.
Trips to the right here for Cy Ridge as Weiland takes the snap from the shotgun spot, under pressure, throws, and it's incomplete. In and out of the hands of his intended receiver, Dwayne Johnson, the senior, and now a late flag comes in. We'll see if this is after the play or during. It was a pretty late flag. The officials conversing right now at the 44-yard line. And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, a dead ball unsportsmanlike conduct on Cy Fair.
So after he introduced himself on the previous play, like, how you doing? I guess he didn't finish his sentence. He
had something more to say.
He had something else he wanted to talk about. But as we said, it's gotten a little bit chippy quick and early. But, you know, hey, listen, they're young men. They're competing at a high level, and it's I can't wait to see how Coach Miller handles that. Go back over to the sideline. Let me give you a quick message that I want you to think about here, son.
So a fresh set of downs, first down and 10 from the 41-yard line inside Cy Fair territory here for Cy Ridge. Hard count for Weiland. He's going to hand this one off to the off left side. Grant Gordon, he's got a little bit of a seam there for a second and is taken down at the 35-yard line before he is taken down by Drayton Hawkins. And so that'll be a gain of 6 on the play, brings up second down and 4.
Boy, Fontenot had a great job. He got in that backfield early and just tried to trip him up, had a couple hands around the ankles, and he just jumped right out of it. So nice job of holding on to that offensive posture.
11:15 and counting here to play in the opening quarter. If you're just joining us, Cy Fair and Cy Ridge. This is going to be a 4-receiver spread. They are split evenly, 2 on either side of the offensive line. Whelan takes the snap, a handoff to Gordon. He'll make the first tackler miss and fold his way up to the 31 before he's taken down. He needed 4 for the first down. He got 4, eventually taken down on the play by Arnell Fontenot, but not before he gets the first down.
Yeah, nice read option. Coming in there and making a stop early was Drayton Hawkins. He had him right there at the line of scrimmage, and he just was able to bust out of his arms and pick up that first down.
Cy Ridge taking their time as they come up to the line here. Trips to the left side. 3 receivers on the left side of that line. Running back Gordon lined up to Whelan's left in the shotgun. Whelan collects the snap, a zone read handoff. Gordon bouncing to the outside, stiff arms one man. He's got the first down to the 20, past the 15, and folded up out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A big gain there. 19 on the ground. A good stiff arm that time of Jerry Greer on the second effort for Grant Gordon to pick up the big yardage.
Boy, Grant Gordon looked good, besting out of that tackle again. Cy Fair unable to wrap up. Jerry Greer coming on. He had him as well, had him wrapped up, and right at the last minute, Grant Gordon was able to spin right out of that tackle. So 3 missed tackles so far on the Bobcat side to the benefit of the Rams.
Coming up on 2 minutes into this game, it's going to be a designed quarterback run and trying to sprint to the outside and folded down at the 9-yard line is going to be the quarterback, Weiland, as he'll get to the 9. It's a gain of 3 on the play on the quarterback keeper, brings up 2nd down and 7.
Yeah, I like seeing Weiland calling his own number on that play, and they still have an opportunity to get the first down within that 3-yard line. So let's see if Bobcats can take advantage of wrapping these running backs up. But right now, impressive-looking offensive line here for the Rams.
They're going to double up now on running backs here in this shotgun formation, one on either side of the quarterback, Weiland. Only one receiver in this play. It's going to be a handoff. Gordon trying to cut back to the left, and he gets tackled at the 5-yard line. So a solid gain of 4 on the play before he's eventually taken down by Josiah Cassie. And that'll bring up the first 3rd down of the game for Cy Ridge. A very comfortable 3rd down and 3 here as we roll under 9 minutes to play in the opening frame.
Yeah, nice job on that front, those front big boys on the offensive line, providing that hole right through that 4 hole on the right side to get that gain. This is going to be a big play on this drive to keep this thing moving.
Tight end in this set here for Cy Ridge. 2 running backs, once more, 2 receivers. They're both split off to the left side. This is a handoff, kind of an awkward play, but falling through on a second effort, that time by Julius Chevalier. And he's going to be just shy of a first down. It looks like it's going to be 4th and 1. And if you think you're Cy Ridge here, Mac, do you go for it or do you send out the field goal unit?
You're the underdog. I tell you what, I would do everything I possibly can to put big-time points on the board. I don't want 3. I need the 6. And Bustamante come in here. I wanted to say his name so bad. Luis Bustamante. He had him around the ankles earlier, and he just stepped right out of that tackle as well. So I love this call. I think Shanley, this is 100% what I would expect him to do here.
Going for it on 4th down and 1. 2 running backs lined up, and they may have gotten Cy Fair to jump. Flags come flying. Cy Fair. Was it Cy Fair, or were they enticed by a Cy Ridge offensive lineman? That's what's being discussed right now.
I tell you what, Cy Fair came over aggressive, like 3 of them at the same time, like they said, all right, we know what the snap count's going to be. We're going to go on 1 and take our chances, but I'll be surprised if this is a false start.
Officials are still discussing this, and it's going to be offsides on Cy Fair, so that will give Cy Ridge a first down and goal. Half the distance to the goal, so it really only comes out to like a 2-yard penalty at the end of the day.
I'm anxious to see what they do with this first and goal. I've seen a couple games so far this time, Zach, where they get out of their traditional offense, they go right back under center, and that has led to disaster. Maybe it's just in the preseason.
They're stacking them up here a little bit. 2 running backs in this set, a tight end as well. It's going to be a zone read, handoff. Gordon into the end zone, touchdown, Cy Ridge.
How about it?
Just like that on the 2-yard keeper, or rather I should say 1-yard keeper. It is a touchdown for Gordon and a touchdown for Cy Ridge, and they've got the lead 6-0. That was about as good of an opening drive as you could have asked for.
They could not script it any better. That's exactly what Shanley wanted. They want to get that confidence going for this team, and they certainly did it. I mean, what a great drive, absolutely doing everything right, and even on that 4th and 1, getting them to jump off sides, that's incredible.
Bit of a low snap on the extra point, but the kick is nonetheless up and good. And so Cy Ridge strikes first, 7-0 with 7:30 to go here in the opening quarter. Friendly reminder, this game is brought to you by Northwest Glass and Mirror. When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, they do it all with expert craftsmanship and a hometown care. Family owned and trusted for over 40 years and always standing behind their work. Call today or visit them online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice. It's a 9-play, 56-yard drive that burns 4.5 minutes off the clock. That's your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up.
Hey, can I change my keys to the game?
Sure, go ahead.
The keys to the game, if you're Cy Ridge, is take the opening kickoff and bust it out there for about 4 or 5 minutes, and score on your opening drive. That's the key to the game. That's what I would.
They've checked that box, Mac Hunter.
That's what I meant to say, Zach. That's what I meant to say. I didn't say that, but that's what I should have said. So I'm sure that's Shanley's key to the game.
Special teams unit on the field. It's Daniel Gutierrez to send this one deep for the Rams. It's going to be an onside kick attempt, and it squirts through the first defense. There's a big scramble for it at about the 47-yard line, and I think Cy Fair got it. They did. Wow, thanks to the hands of linebacker Charlie Hart, Cy Fair barely maintains possession, and that would have been huge for Cy Ridge, but Cy Fair can exhale a bit.
I love that, man. And Hart, he's getting a lot of the kudos from his special teams coach over there on the Bobcat side, but for Shanley, we talked about he's a special teams savvy kind of guy, man, and it didn't take long for him to show it.
Decided to break out the surprise onside kick. Cy Fair working in the spread. 4 receivers are bunched up all to the right side. They're going to send a running back in motion out to the left. So now 5 players out there. They're going to send 1 player back in motion across to the right side. They're going to swing it on the pass to him, and he does not get very far. And we'll get forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. That was Kevin Ferrygood that time, who did not get a gain on the play at 2nd down and 10.
Boy, they're expecting big athletic ability out of Ferrygood, because I look at that play like that's just one-on-one coverage. There's no one to help you block.
Right back at it here, pistol set, and Cy Fair might have jumped. Flags come flying in, and indeed this is going to be a false start on the Bobcats. And
it makes me wonder, if that first play, was that maybe a busted play, because they had 5 on the left side. Ferrygood goes into motion to the right side. He's the only guy over there. There's 3 defenders in his face, and they throw him the screen ball. That had to be a
I wonder if there was some miscommunication somewhere in there. Cy Fair, they're going to send 1 receiver in motion here. That is Jackson Green. Sets up 3 receivers. They're going to roll out left here. Riegler looking, chucks it down the field, has a man there. It is caught, but out of bounds. It was a great throw, just a little too out in front of Henry Brooks, who caught it in stride, but his first foot touched out of bounds as he was making the catch. And so that'll bring up 3rd down and long, 3rd down and 15 after that false start penalty.
Well, I tell you what, Brooks looked great catching that ball. I mean, he has got soft hands. I mean, even though he's out of bounds, that was a beautiful catch for Brooks.
Cy Fair right back to the line. Riegler going to send his receiver Green in motion. Drops back, looking. Riegler rolling out, looking, going to tuck it and run it himself, and he'll get out of bounds right at the 50-yard line. They're going to call it right at the 50 is what they call it. So a gain of 8 on the play on the keeper. But in the end, too many yards to overcome there for the Bobcats. And so their punting unit is coming out.
Wow.
And Cy Ridge is playing basically exactly how they want to play. Score on the first drive, 4.5 minutes, and get a 3 and out on your first defensive stand.
I tell you what, what a great start so far here for Coach Shanley's team.
Good snap. The punt is away. It's a wobbler, and it's going to be fielded.
Goodness.
Wow, that was dangerous.
You love the radio broadcast where the guy took the guy go, whoa, wow. What happened?
little scary there at first, but it was fielded and fair caught at the 26-yard line, and so that's where Cy Ridge will start their 2nd drive of the game.
Boy, Cameron Waddle, he came in and he's waving for a fair catch, but he's running in on it like it's a baseball coming into the right fielder and starting to dive on him. Like, that is dangerous. I could just see that going off of his leg and kicking right back into the Bobcats' hands. But listen, made a great athletic play, and he's good to go.
So the offense takes the field again here for Cy Ridge. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in this shotgun set here for Wheeland. Takes the snap, rolls out right side, looking. He's going to keep it. He keeps going and gets popped right past the 30 at the 33-yard line. That is a 7-yard gain on the play.
Boy, Jerry Greer had a hold of him coming around there. Then here comes Charlie Hart again, making that good hard stick right on top of Wayland. But he paid for that 7 yards for sure. So
Wheeland's offense back out there again. Tight end in this set. 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Takes the snap. Going to be a zone read, handoff, trying to bounce to the outside. Makes one man miss, makes a second man miss, and he's going up the middle. Still a lot of space there for Julius Chevalier up to the 45-yard line. A fanciful gain of 12 on the play, and that's a first down for the Rams.
Boy, Sitton had him, Hard had him. Both of them had him in the backfield, had him wrapped up, and doing a nice job of, again, that spin move to get out from that defensive holding position, man. But I got to tell you, the Bobcats, they're going to need to wrap up. I promise you they're going to be talking about this throughout the game.
Chevalier, excuse me, that's how you pronounce his name. They give us these pronunciation guides for a reason, Mac. You'd think I'd use them. This is going to be a handoff and a big bottle up here just past the 45 to the 46-yard line, just a gain of 6 before Jerry Greer comes in with the tackle. It's a gain of just a yard that time for Grant Gordon.
Yeah, that makes up for those slipping out of those tackles. Here's what we do best. Stand him up and let me just pound him. And Diego Torres was the guy that came in and made that big, impressive hit to stop him right there, 1 yard into the first down marker.
So second down and 9 from the 46-yard line. 4:40 to play here in the opening quarter. 7-0 Cy Ridge leading Cy Fair. 3 and tiptoeing past the 50 to the 45-yard line is a nice catch there by Joseph Spiller Davidson. His first touch of this game. And he's going to be right at the first down marker, and they will move the chains. Fresh set of downs on a gain of 9.
Boy, Damian Williams was right on top of the receiver at the point which would have kept him from getting that first down. Good spin move from the receiver to move the chains here.
Tight end checks into this set here for Cy Ridge. 2 receivers, 1 on either side. The running backs, 2 of them lined up on either side. This is going to be a zone read. Fumble picked up by the quarterback, and he's just going to have to go down behind the play. That was Whelan saving disaster there, and it ends up being a big loss all the way back to the 42-yard line inside Cy Ridge territory. So this goes from a 1st and 10 to what's going to be a 2nd down and 23. So minus 13 on that play.
Whelan just right there trying to make the handoff, comes right out of it, just bangs right into it. The ball comes loose. I thought Whelan may pick it up and just run to the right side and dump it. Try to make some kind of play to get rid of the football.
Hard count here. 4 receiver spread for Cy Ridge. And whistles and a timeout by the Rams.
Boy, Whelan came out of that. When he was trying to hand that ball off, just bounces right off his receiver, and it bounced around. There wasn't anyone really close to him when he picked it back up. I thought, and I know I should never teach this or ever talk about it. I thought, Whelan, hey, pick it up, run to the right, throw it downfield 15 yards to your opposing coach on the sideline, so you don't have that big loss. And I'm like, but he falls on the ball, keeps possession. Let's not do anything stupid here and keep this thing moving. So.
Friendly reminder, this game is brought to you by the Collette King Team. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Give Collette a call, 713-206-7653. Cy Ridge back out here on 2nd down and 23. Takes the snap. Whelan drops back under pressure. They're trying to set up the screen, and it is off the hands of its intended target. He was looking for Spiller Davidson again, but it hits him in the hands and falls incomplete. It looked like a good developing screen. Maybe had to get it away a little quick, as bearing down on the quarterback was Sebastian Villa. That may have just picked up the speed of his throw just a tad.
Yeah, probably did. You know, he had that screen route open, and he was going to be a one-on-one play against Damian Williams. And it would have been one of those things. He would have to wrap him up to make that stop, but probably would have gotten back to the original first down marker. But he did get rid of it awfully quick. You got to catch that ball, though, Zach. It's right there in his hands.
So 3rd down and 23, and this is going to be a quarterback keeper for Whelan off to the left side. He's trying to get a block, trying to turn the corner. Flag comes flying in as Whelan runs out of bounds at the 44-yard line inside Cy Ridge territory, but this play is likely coming back on a flag.
Yeah, good-looking play. He has plenty of room over there, Whelan does, and, you know, once you get out there, There it is. Yeah, so, and that's the little block in the back that he was trying to get that edge, and that block just going to bring it back.
So let's see if they give him any yardage. It is a spot foul, so they may give him a bit of a gain. So back to the 39-yard line, so that will make it third down and Walmart parking lot.
So if they don't take that penalty, it's going to be fourth down and what, 11?
You're right in that go-for-it-ish territory, kind of in that neutral zone there.
But again, fourth down and 11, you're giving them another third down shot here, which that's surprising to me. But
so third down and 26 officially here for Cy Ridge. Going for it, going to be a zone read, and this time Cy Fair reads it perfectly. Drayton Hawkins immediately in the backfield to mess that play up, and it ends up going backwards 3 yards on the carry by Chevrolet.
Yeah, that little read option there in the middle. That defensive front here for the Bobcats just stood him wide open. That's why you take the penalty, Mr. Announcer, because now they're going to kick the ball from the 21-yard line.
2 back deep to receive here for Cy Fair. It's Jaden Vaughn and Noah Williams as a roller of a punt. And wow, that was bizarre. It was a roller of a snap. Cy Fair gets it back. They're going to reverse this one over to Noah Williams. Williams trying to turn the corner at the 50, 45-40. Still going and steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. So a healthy return for Cy Fair on a bit of trickeration off of a snap that basically rolled to the punter. He barely got it off. There is a flag, though, back at the 41-yard line in Cy Fair territory.
Yeah, back away from the play. Let him call it.
And it's going to be a hold on Cy Fair.
So back behind the play, it was DeWade Johnson and Wiley Mallory. They were going at it 15 yards behind the play, about at the point where they did the reverse on that return. Those two guys were going at it. Man, they were laying there, and they were having another conversation about, how you doing? How's your family? So that's going to bring it back. They've got to take care of that. That's just a needless penalty for the Bobcats.
So that wipes out a really good return and will send Cy Fair from what was going to be the Cy Ridge 33 all the way back to their own 31 by the time it's all said and done. And that's where the Bobcats will start this drive from. 2.5 minutes exactly to play here in the first quarter. Still a 7-0 Rams lead.
Well, Miller said he had to improve special teams, and I guess that's an attempt to do it.
Pistol formation for the Bobcats. This is going to be a handoff, and look out. There's a lot of room right up the middle. Still going 50, 45, 40. Stiff arms a man to the 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cy Fair. Arnell Fontenot takes it to the house for the Bobcats, and it's 7-6.
Wow, powerful push up front for the Bobcats, and we talked about missed tackles. Rams just got their taste of that. Waddle and Campos had him probably at about midfield, which would have brought him down to about the 25-yard line, but just too strong to run right past those two defenders.
69-yard touchdown run on the first touch of the game for Arnell Fontenot, the senior. Mallory on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold. Kick is on the way, and the kick is good. So 2:15 to play here in the first quarter. We're all knotted up at 7 a-pop. Friendly reminder, this game is being brought to you by the Collette King Team. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call at 713-206-7653. One play, 69 yards, 15 seconds off the clock. That's your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up. And we're all knotted up at 7 apiece with 2:15 to play.
That looked a little bit different than that first series for the Bobcats, Zach. They came out, that was just a straight-up, I'm going to run it right down your throat play. And offensive line, you know what? I don't like the way we started, boys. I want you to go out there, make a big push, and we're going to run this one 60 yards. And that's exactly what that offensive line and that offensive coordinator is talking to their team about.
Back deep to receive for Cy Ridge is Grant Gordon. See if Cy Fair elects to go for the pooch kick again or not. As they're trying to sort out who needs to go on which side of the kickoff here. And I think they still have, they had too many on the left, and now I think they have too many on the right, so we may be seeing a flag here. And yeah, there's 12 men on the field for Cy Fair, and they're going to onside kick it, and it's going to be recovered by Cy Ridge, and I don't think anyone noticed that Cy Fair had 12 men on the field. So
is that a thing?
So Cy Ridge will take it. And from the 46-yard line, that was picked up off the turf by Dion Crawford, and that's where Cy Ridge will start this drive.
So both teams playing a little special teams card. It came out in your pregame interview earlier with Coach Miller about they've got to improve special teams, and you have to look out for the Rams' special teams. And now we've already had 3 special teams plays already on the kickoff, on the punt, and also on these 2 onside kicks early.
4 receivers here for the Rams. They're going to option in, and it's thrown away and picked up and going back the other way to the 20, to the 10, and tackled inside the 10-yard line. What a return there by the linebacker, Charlie Hart, who picked up the fumble and just started rumbling.
My kind of guy, Charlie Hart. I mean, that ball's on the ground. Pick it up and go the other way, big boy. I love the 44 number on you. But he was rumbling, stumbling, and bumbling all the way back down to the 5-yard line. So that pitch should have never happened. They were all over the quarterback, Wieland. Never should have happened. Didn't even get a chance for his running back to get a chance to hold on to it. And wow, what a pickup by Hart.
And suddenly all the momentum is swung here. Cy Fair was trailing early, 7-0. A picturesque drive from Cy Ridge to start the game. Forces a 3-and-out afterwards, but since then, Cy Fair, a 69-yard touchdown run, and then about a 30-yard fumble recovery run back. I formation, this is going to be a handoff, and not finding any space is Noah Williams, and he'll be blasted down at the 8-yard line, so it'll be a loss of 1 on the play.
Boy, ran right into Jacob Avila along with Noel Tovar to make that big stop. So a big difference between that play and that last play that took it down 60 yards.
So 2nd down and goal from the 8-yard line. I formation again. You do not see this that often in high school football these days. Riegler under center. Takes the snap, hand off to Fontenot, who's into the end zone. Touchdown. 2nd touch, 2nd score for Arnell Fontenot, the senior running back. He is in on an 8-yard scamper, and it's 13-7. Cy Fair, their first lead of the game.
Boy, I tell you what, those big boys up front, Bickle, Napolis, Onda, Hawkins, Ariana, you guys are earning your money here. I don't know what that first series was, but these last 2 drives, that offensive line has looked powerful.
And they're short 1 man here on the extra point as another blocker checks in. And now Cy Fair is going, or Cy Ridge was short 1. And no, they're not. They had too many. What's going on? The clock's going to run out. And there's a flag. That was a comedy of errors right there by both teams.
Well, I guess if you're going to have a special teams mistake, it could be on an extra point. There's not going to be too much of a penalty to set you back here, but you certainly want to clean that kind of discipline up.
Cy Fair only had 10 men on the field, and then Cy Ridge, for a second, had 12 men on the field.
Well, that was the standard affair from the previous play, right?
Yeah.
It was 12.
So at the end of the day, it's a delay of game penalty on Cy Fair because they substituted first, and that means that Cy Ridge is allowed to substitute even if they were confused in doing so. And so now they'll back it up. This will turn into a 25-yard extra point. It's a bit of a high snap, but the kick is still away and is good. And so a $1.25 to play here in the first quarter. It's 14-7. Cy Fair on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Welcome back here to Cy Fair FCU Stadium. 14-7, Cy Fair in front. A two-play, 8-yard drive capped off by an 8-yard run from Arnell Fontenot. Gives the Bobcats a 14-7 lead there on your Rapid Mailroom Drive wrap-up. Bobcats back on the field. Special teams unit ready to send this one deep. Wiley Mallory, the junior, going to be a high kick, fielded and then plastered at the 40 is Cooper Kruss. He was hit by Terrence Johns as Cy Fair has just resolved to do short kicks in this game, it would seem.
If you're going to hit that pooch kick, that's exactly what you want to do. You want to kick it high, make the guy up front have to retreat back about 6 yards as he did, and jump up as high as he can to catch it. And by the time he's coming back down, you've got two of your bodies right on top of him to knock it loose. Didn't happen that way, but well-executed kickoff for the Bobcats.
So Cy Ridge will start at their own 40-yard line here, trying to put together a drive to tie up this game as they trail by 7. 1:23 to play here in the first quarter. They're going to send one of the receivers in motion, going to swing it out to him in the flat, going to be caught at the 35, up past the 40. And it'll end up going down as a gain of 3 on the play as Tommy Pellegrin makes his first catch of the game. Second down and 7 upcoming here for Cy Ridge.
Yeah, well-executed screenplay over the left side. Stitton did a nice job for the Bobcats to come in and just squash the play.
Rams back on the ball here on second down and 7. 4 receivers. They're split evenly, 2 on either side. Shotgun formation for Wieland. Takes the snap. Going to be a zone read handoff to the running back, and he's got a little bit of a seam off the left side. Fought his way up to the 49-yard line. That'll bring up a critical 3rd down and 1 on a gain of 6 by Julius Chevrolet.
Boy, he does a great job. He finds a little bit of the hole. Good cut right back. Good feet work over there. Jace Robinson was able to come and meet him head on just to stop him 1 yard short of the game.
Rams line it up again. 3rd down and 1. They're 0 for 2 today on 3rd down. Cy Ridge is. Bit of a low snap, but it's going to be a direct quarterback keeper trying to bounce off the side, and that little hesitation ends up costing Wieland as he's going to lose a yard on the play. And that will end the quarter. So Cy Ridge has a decision to make here on 4th down and 2 when the second quarter begins here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before. So both teams do the shortest swap of the field possible as they move a whopping 4 yards, changing directions here. Cy Ridge looking like they're going to go for it here on 4th down and 2. This will be a critical 4th down here. They've converted. Well, they didn't really convert on their first 4th down opportunity. Cy Fair jumped.
Well, this is pretty typical Shanley right here. This is the way he's been playing the game so far, and he.
Tight formation and a shoestring tackle in the backfield will net 0 yards as going down was the running back Chevrolet. as he was caught in the backfield by Drayton Hawkins, and it's a turnover on down. Cy Ridge almost had it. There was a little bit of space, but credit Hawkins for the shoestring tackle, and Cy Fair takes over on down.
And you called it. You can visualize that. I mean, if that shoestring tackle kept him from getting that first down, just tripped him up. He had plenty of yards in front of him to convert that fourth down.
So 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line here for Cy Fair. New running back in. It's going to be Noah Williams. He's lined up behind him in the pistol. It's going to be a handoff Williams, and he is sandwiched in the backfield at the 50. That is a loss of 2 on the play. Williams 2 carries for -3 yards. As Alexander Angafor and Isaiah Bruton combining for the sandwich tackle in the backfield, 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, that's Bruton. That's the kid that we were talking about whenever the captains went out at midfield and how large that man is. He had a big grasp of that running back.
He is the biggest kid on the field right now by at least, got to be 4 or 5 inches and maybe 50 pounds.
The gentle giant.
3 receivers, shotgun formation, handoff. Fontenot trying to turn the corner, waiting for his blockers, and there comes the aforementioned Bruton to drag him down from behind, but not before a 4-yard gain up to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, nice play by Bruton, man. He had a guy on the whole time. He had a hold of him. They were engaged with each other. He kind of moved to the left side with the play as it went. And I call him the gentle giant just for the simple fact that earlier in the play at the goal line, Bruton was helping a Bobcat guy off the ground. I'm like, attaboy, Bruton. Nice teamwork there, buddy.
That's sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
Here's a rollout play on 3rd down and long. It's going to be a chunk all the way wide open inside the 20. Still dancing. They're trying to bring him down inside the 10. And he is finally tackled at the, let's see where they officially spot him here. That was a huge gain from the 46 all the way down to the 3. It's a 43-yard gain.
Yeah, Waddle and Campos, they ran him down to make sure that he wasn't going to get into the end zone, but he barely got the pass off. I mean, a nice job by Rigler getting that pass out of there. And who was in his grill the whole time? Same guy, man. It was Bruton. Bruton, that big boy got in there quick.
Brooks with the catch. It goes for 43 yards. I formation here for Rigler under center. Hand off to the fullback, and that's going to be a touchdown for Cy Fair. Nehemiah Barclay from the old-fashioned fullback position taking the handoff, and it's 20-7 Bobcats.
Boy, this is the old-school Bobcat football team that you used to talk about. I liked your interview when you were talking to Coach Miller about his quarterback talk. He was joking with his quarterback, hey, don't be so selfish. You know, when I was here, when I played here 115 years ago, we threw the ball 8 times a game. So all we did was run the football.
Extra point unit out there, snap down, kick up, kick on the way, kick is good. 9:48 to play here in the second quarter. It's 21-7 Bobcats on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
.48 to play here in the second quarter. 21-7. Cy Fair leads Cy Ridge. Special teams back out on the field here as Wiley Mallory will do the kicking honors. Back deep to receive is Grant Gordon, but they have not been going deep on these kickoffs here, Cy Fair has. They've been short pooch kicks or nearly on sides, and this is going to be, right as we say that, a deep kick. Going to be fielded and off the hands of Gordon. Has to pick it up at the 13-yard line, and he'll bounce to the outside and be lucky just to pick up a few yards on that. As he got to the 17 before being taken down, it's a 4-yard return off of a kind of muffed kickoff there, and so a lot of green in front of Cy Ridge as they trail by 14 here with 9:37 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah, Sherry Hell's finally making the tackle for the Bobcats, but that's the old classic run before you catch it play, and it was right there in his belly, right in his belly where you need to catch that kickoff, and he was ready to head upfield. Nice job on recovering that ball, though.
So Cy Ridge back out on offense here, trying to get something going. They haven't really had a good drive since that meticulous opening drive. And here's a nice catch there on the little receiver screen to the outside. Nice catch and run there by Joseph Spiller Davidson. Goes from the 18 all the way up to the 40. It's a gain of 22 on the play and a fresh set of downs for the Rams.
Boy, Spiller Davidson, nice job of catching that ball and doing that quick spin move to the opposite direction and picking up the extra yardage on that. That kid is super quick. And on that one-on-one coverage, that's almost a guaranteed 10 yards.
3 receivers in this set, 1 tight end as well. Running back lined up to the right of Wheeland. It's going to be a fake on the handoff. Quarterback keeper Wheeland makes the first man miss and will get folded up past the 45 to the 47-yard line. So a gain of 7 on the quarterback keeper from Wheeland that time, and will bring up a manageable 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, they're working for it now in that front over there for the Rams. Hunter came in for the Bobcats, making that stop, that D lineman. But this is the classic first series drive that we had where it just milked a little bit of the clock, picked up their 3, 2, 5 yards every play.
Right now it's been 21 unanswered points for Cy Fair after that meticulous opening drive for Cy Ridge that saw them score on a 69-yard drive in 4.5 minutes. This is going to be a pass play, a chuck down the field. There is a man there. It is caught in stride past the 10 and taken down at the 5-yard line. A big catch and a big gain for Xavier Haynes.
Boy, Wheeland did a great job of running left and throwing across his body.
Oh, there's a flag down, and this is coming back.
Ooh, tough break.
It's going to be a hold on Cy Ridge, and that wipes out a 40-plus yard gain. And it's going to be an eligible receiver downfield. That happens on those busted plays sometimes. You get an offensive lineman who heads downfield a little too quickly.
I mean, but just to recap how good of a throw that was by Wheeland.
Beautiful throw.
Oh, man. He's running right, then he comes back to his opposite side to the left. Almost has that shortstop hop throw that he's throwing down the line. His receiver has got great ground in front of him. The defender is closing up, and the ball point down right over the hands of the defender, right into the hands of the receiver. A beautiful throw by Wheeland.
2nd down and 3 becomes 2nd and 8. It's going to be a receiver screen and just batted away. It was intended for Joseph Spiller Davidson, but give credit to Jaden Vaughn. Read the play well, got there just in time to get a piece of it and knock it away.
Boy, Vaughn, he almost didn't. Not only did he read it well, he about jumped that route and went the other way. He was a half step of taking that one 40 yards the other way.
So that brings up 3rd down and 8 now for Cy Ridge, which they have not had success on in this game. They are 0 for 3 on 3rd down. 3rd down and 8 here with 8:11 to play before the half. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in this set. Wheeland takes the snap, play action, going to throw it to the outside, but some miscommunication with Spiller Davidson as it falls incomplete. It was kind of away from him towards the outside and fell harmlessly to the turf, and what was a promising drive for Cy Ridge is going to have to end in a punt here.
Yeah, a little bit of a disappointment there for the Rams. And Spiller Davidson, he was open on the right side. Just an errant throw. I don't know where that was actually going from Wheeland, but he had plenty of room in front of him. Did he have 1st down room? Not sure, but that's something they got to complete.
Matthew Velasquez to punt this one. It's another one that takes a hop at him, and he barely gets the punt off. It's going to take a skip, and it's muffed. And coming away with it, luckily for Cy Fair, is Tysher Wells. That was more luck than anything that Cy Ridge didn't come away with that football, as it took an awkward skip on the field off the return man, and Wells just kind of his momentum carried him right into it. He fell on it to keep possession for the Bobcats.
I'm going to tell you, he's going to get a shout-out so far on special teams as Velasquez. He has had 2 snaps to him that have taken 2 hops, and he has people bearing down on him and got pretty good results out of the kick.
Cy Fair, offense back on the field. Riegler looking, rolling, right side, stopping, turning, trying to get across. Thought we might have had a face mask or a late hit there for a second, but none forthcoming, no flags. Instead, it just ends up being a 3-yard gain on the keeper by the quarterback, Riegler.
Little something special over there on the defensive side as he goes out of bounds, and you're right, there could have been a flag there, but they're going to let him play on.
They're going to send the receiver in motion across. That's Green. It'll turn into 2 on either side. It's going to be a quick pass. That one's caught. That'll be a first down on the catch from Green before he's taken down by Jacob Harpold. Gets up to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 9 on the play.
Boy, Waddle was right there on top of Green when that ball came out. He had a chance to deflect it. He was looking like he was trying to jump that route as well, just a half step behind it.
1st and 10 from the 43-yard line for the Bobcats. 7.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Riegler looking lots of time, throws it over the middle, and a nice catch at the 39-yard line by Kevin Ferrygood.
Boy, Ferrygood did a nice job staying up there, pulling that ball in, extended those hands, brought it right back into his chest at the same time. Waddle, again, the defensive back, coming up with a bang-bang play, goes into the favor of the Bobcats.
Gain of 18, move the chains for the Bobcats. 4 receivers in this set, pistol formation for Riegler. He'll take the snap, play action, throws it on the slant, and gets popped over the middle. Incomplete pass is going down. Was Henry Brooks. He was the intended target, but a well-timed hit by Cameron Wattell to pop that ball free, and it's 2nd down and 10.
All right, so we going with Waddle or Wattell? I'm going with Wattell.
Wattell? Okay.
I'm taking your lead on it. We've called his name the last 4 plays. So Wattell, nice job back there. He put a nice pop on that. It was another one of those bang-bang plays that knocked it right out of the hands of the would-be receiver for the Bobcats.
4 receiver spread here for the Bobcats. Pistol formation. 7 minutes to play here. And offsides. Is it a free play? Let's see what the flag is if Cy Fair jumped early or if Cy Ridge was in the neutral zone.
I thought it was going to be a free play for the Bobcats.
I thought it was too, but
everyone
kind of stopped, yeah. Oh, and it's a false start on Cy Fair, right. So back them up 5 yards. It's already the 5th penalty of the game on the Bobcats. So Cy Fair back up to it here. 4 receivers, 3 of them on the strong side. Takes the snap, dropping back, looking. Riegler, tons of time, throws it into the flat. That one's going to be caught and slung down past the 40 to the 38-yard line. So they'll get a good chunk of those yards back. 6 of them return.
Yeah, Tovar doing a nice job coming up, making the play. Gets a little bit of the yardage back. It's going to set up that 3rd and long. But again, you go back to Bobcats, seems like they would just keep running that ball up the middle. They have great success with this running game here.
Williams is the running back in the pistol. 4 receivers, excuse me. Dropping back, looking, and just going to run it right up the middle. That should be enough for a first down, as being tackled off the run was Sean Riegler, the quarterback. Harpold drags him down, but not before he gets the 9 yards he needed on 3rd down and 9 to convert.
Just a good athletic play by Riegler. Looking down there, the defensive backs over here for the Rams are doing a good job manning up on those receivers. Nobody there, but also keeping that front line intact, finding a little bit of a block to give him some space to get that first down.
We roll under 6 minutes to play here in the opening frame. Going to be a handoff. Fontenot up the middle, taken down past the 30 or the 25 to the 24. Gain of 5 on the play for Fontenot, and brings up a 2nd down and 5.
I think I'm just going to call that play the Bobcat. I mean, that is their bread and butter play for the last 15,
Just
20 years.
hit the A-gap.
I mean, get the big boys up front, teach them how to block, and put your head down and run hard in the middle.
5.5 minutes to play here in the first half. Bobcats up by 14 and driving. Riegler zings it. A awkward catch. A nice comebacker there. Caught at the 20-yard line and taken down to the 17. Gain of 7 on the play.
Ryan Wisham coming in making the stop there for the Rams. And even if that play was not there, the middle of the field was wide open if Riegler needed to keep it himself.
Move the chains again for the Bobcats. First down and 10 from the 17. Riegler looking, waiting, a high pass, incomplete. Looking that time for his running back Fontenot, but didn't really develop very well and was probably wise to just chuck it out of reach of any defenders.
Yeah, Harpole doing a good job on that man coverage out there on the backfield for the Rams. And again, I would go back to that bread and butter play. I think Cy Fair has had so much success running the ball right up the middle, but given a chance to expand their offense a little bit, you can't blame this.
4 receivers again, 3 of them on the right side. This is going to be a handoff. Fontenot, and Fontenot was initially met in the backfield by Harpold. He got a second burst up to the 15, so he does pick up 2 on the play before being tackled, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 8, where Cy Fair has had success today. They're 2 of 3 on 3rd down.
Yeah, even that play, it wasn't that straight dive right up the middle of the B gap. It's a little bit of a cross-directional handoff. Not as successful as they had, just going right back up the middle.
3rd and 8, takes the snap. Riegler looking, zings it on the out route. Caught, 1st down. Again by Ferrygood. From the 15 gets down to the 9. Or the 6, excuse me. So that's a gain of 9, and we'll bring up a 1st down and goal for Cy Fair, who's now putting together a pretty methodical drive of their own.
No doubt. I mean, Ferrygood ran a beautiful route over there, and Riegler put it right on the money. As soon as he spins out of his turn, that ball is waiting for him.
And now a timeout taken by Cy Ridge as they want to try and slow things down a little bit here. So while they discuss things, we will remind you that our broadcast is brought to you by Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repair services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at fri24-7.com. Or give them a call at 281-859-3999. That's 281-859-3999.
I think that timeout was probably more just a breather.
I think so, yeah.
They've been out there for a while, and they're moving a little bit slower than they were 30 minutes ago out there. Give these guys a chance to catch their breath just a bit.
So 4:24 to play here before halftime. 1st and goal from the 6-yard line for Cy Fair.
Well, you think 4:24 to go. Rams are just looking for some kind of stop. They need to get a little bit of momentum back. They had that beautiful spark of momentum to start the game. Got the confidence working where they wanted it to be, and right now they are moving slow out there right now. They got to pick it up just a little bit, especially on these next 2 plays.
They're missing a receiver here as Cy Fair gets their extra man on the field, and now Cy Ridge is going to take the opportunity to substitute themselves. They're going to run out of time here unless they snap it right now, and they did. No, they did not snap it in time. Flags come flying. Sixth penalty of the game against Cy Fair. This one backs him up to the 11. 1st and goal from there.
And a few of them, those penalties, what they're going to be probably more disgusted with it where they're happening. I mean, they're happening in the red zone. I mean, 3 of those have happened in the red zone. Like, we cannot be taking away yardage whenever we're trying to score.
So 1st and goal from the 11 for the Bobcats. 4:24 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Coming up on the half. They'll line it up quick after getting the play call in from the sidelines. Running back Miles lined up. Here's a quick throw on the slant into the end zone. Touchdown. Henry Brooks with the snag from 11 yards out. His first touchdown catch of the game. It is the first touchdown pass of the game for Cy Fair. They lead it 27-7 with 4:17 to play here in the second quarter.
Good sharp pass there by Riegler on a slant route. And coming back, Campos on the defense just had him beat by about 3 yards in the middle of the end zone.
Special teams on here for the extra point. Snap is down, kick is up, kick is good. 4:17 to play here in the second quarter. It is 28-7 Bobcats, 28 unanswered points from Cy Fair. We'll take a break on the Varsity Wires Radio Network presented by the Collette King Team.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
4:17 to play here in this second quarter. 28-7 is the tally in favor of the Bobcats. They have scored 28 unanswered points after Cy Ridge scored on their opening drive.
Hey, I got a question. Do you think that the spirit guy over there on the Bobcat side can keep that push-up cadence going that he's been doing?
I know if you asked me to, there's no way.
He just ripped out 20 Marine-style push-ups, and it looked good.
A return for Cy Ridge. He runs into his own man. That was Grant Gordon, who had a nice burst of speed from the 8-yard line on that return, but folded up his own blue jersey counterpart in front of him and goes down. And so still a decent return, though. Cy Ridge will start at the 35, and you're basically in a territory now, Mac, where you got to get something out of this drive before the half.
Got to. You're in 4-down territory before you start, and they've got to keep finding some way and some kind of momentum to build this thing out, but you got to have a score here. Be down by 2 scores by halftime. That makes it a little bit more manageable and will give you a little confidence as you come out of the locker room for the second half.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and a tight end in this set for the Rams. This is going to be a delayed handoff to the outside. Running with it is Chevrolet, and he'll go down into the sidelines, tackled out of bounds by Drayton Hawkins. It'll go down as a gain of 4 on the play for Chevrolet, the senior.
Well, you got Hawkins and Hyde chasing you. Man, those are 2 pretty impressive-looking athletes out there on the Bobcat side, but nice job of picking up the yardage for the Rams here.
3:44 and counting to play here in this second quarter. Again, Cy Fair will get the ball to start the second half, so because of that, all the more important for the Rams to try and get points on this drive here with 3.5 minutes to play. Drop back, looking, pressure coming, rolling out, getting away from one, still dancing. There's a flag on the play, and this throw goes out of bounds into the Cy Fair sideline, but the flag rests at the 33. It's usually in the area of holding. There's Jerry Greer bearing down on the quarterback, Wieland. And let's see what the flag is for. And whatever the penalty was, we had trouble kind of hearing our official there. It looked like he signaled false start, but
yeah. And
then he said the penalty was declined. And so I guess maybe it was something procedural. Either way, it is declined. The penalty was declined. So it's 3rd down and 6 for Cy Ridge. They're 0 for 4 today on 3rd down.
Yeah, apologies for the officials, Mike, not working at usual standard as it usually is here at Cy Fair FCU.
Here's a throw. He is hit as he chucks it. This is going to be a jump ball, and it is caught at past the 35-yard line. What a snag on a jump ball by Joseph Spiller Davidson.
That's that 50-50 ball. And I will tell you what, Whelan was on his back, last part of his hill, getting that out there for a 50-50 ball, and coming up, Spiller Davidson got 6 inches on that deep.
34-yard gain for Cy Ridge. A big one, the first time they've converted on 3rd down in this game. 2:51 to play before the half. Rams trying to get some points here before the break. 4 receivers, they're split evenly. This is going to be a handoff and a lot of space. Look out! Cutting back left side, turning, and a shoestring tackle made at the 14-yard line, but a nice carry there by Grant Gordon.
Boy, good piece of running there by Gordon as he comes back over the left side and making that shoestring tackle is sitting. He was right there, and again, they get down low and just pops him right on the ankle, takes him down. He had about 12 more yards to go to stick that one in the end zone.
18-yard carry that time for Gordon, the second longest of this game. Only a 19-yarder in the first quarter was more. Slow snap, handoff, nice patience, nice little spin move, but not able to get through the second level. And forward progress will give him no gain on the carry that time by Gordon. And there is a massive humanity at the 20-yard line that's being unfolded, and a timeout. Nope, a 2-minute timeout. We have reached it.
Boy, he got right to the line, and there was just a pack of Bobcats right there, met by Jackson. Maiden Jackson was the first one that stood him up, and by the time they took him down 5 yards behind the line, well, they didn't give him that loss, of course, but when they finally took him down, there was a scrum for the football. They're in there with arms flailing, trying to pull that thing out from the running back.
So at the 2-minute timeout, we will take it as well. 28-7, Cy Fair leads it here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Second down and 10 here for Cy Ridge coming out of the 2-minute warning. They trail by 21, but trying to put together a scoring drive here. 2 receivers, takes the snap. It's a low one, handoff, and read beautifully by the maroon and white. A loss of 1 on the play on the handoff to Chevrolet. That is the second time he has lost yardage on a run tonight, and that'll bring up a critical 3rd down and 11 here for Cy Ridge.
Eerily looks like that first drive that the Rams had where they were right there in that 13, 14-yard line, bringing the thing in. But right there at the top of it, Jackson, big, strong kid. Just that defensive lineman just stood him straight up, denied him with Robinson coming in, helping clean up the tackle for the Bobcats.
Cy Ridge will burn a timeout. They have 1 left. A reminder, this broadcast being brought to you by the Rapid Mailroom. For 40 years, locally owned and operated, the Rapid Mailroom has been packing items with care, and they'll get it there. They've got you covered from shipping to notary, P.O. Box and holiday gift wrapping. Located at 7710 Cherry Park Drive in the heart of Copperfield, the Rapid Mailroom is here for you. Packed with care. We'll get it there. 3rd down and 11. Pistol set here for Wieland. Takes the snap. Play action. Rolls out right. Wieland looking, turning, throws it off his back foot to the end zone, and it is intercepted. A toe tap interception by Terrence Johns kills the Cy Ridge drive.
There's that 50-50 ball. I mean, he had to throw it off his back heel, and right down in front of his face was Greer. He had his hands on him, and he was off his back foot, and that was what you would definitely call a jump ball in the back of the end zone. And we're watching from 1,000 feet away up here, it seems like, Zach, and I wonder if that was maybe out of the end zone when he caught it, but it was certainly very close. I certainly would give the officials the benefit of the doubt. They're right on top of that play.
They rule it a toe tap pick by Terrence Johns, who caught it and barely kept 1 foot in the end zone. And now Cy Fair will go with a 5-wide spread here on 1st and 10 from their own 20, with it being a touchback on a pick in the end zone. Takes the snap. Looking, rolling, turning, and a throw this one. Caught at the 25. That's a 1st down past the 30 to the 34-yard line. A gain of 14, and Cy Fair clock stops while the chains move. will rush it up to the line.
Good job by Adrian Kay, just keeping the damage to a minimal 13 yards on that one. Nice job open field tackle by Kay.
Cy Fair, more 5 wide again here. Riegler looking, he's looking, turning, gonna throw it off again, and it's in and out of the hands of his intended target. Was looking back to Jackson Green again, but it falls incomplete, and will bring up 2nd down and 10 with $1:17 to play here before the half.
Riegler scrambling back there in the backfield. I love his throw first, run second mentality. He's trying to get those receivers into the game as much as he could. The previous play, he probably could have ran it for 15 yards himself, but chooses to keep his receivers engaged.
Takes the snap, Riegler looking, running. He's under a lot of heat here, rolling out to the right, throws it on the run and throws it out of bounds at the feet of his intended target, Noah Williams. Some smart football there by Riegler, the junior quarterback, to not take a loss and not keep the clock moving either. 3rd down and 10 for the Bobcats.
Well, he is running as fast as he can on the right side. If he looked back just a little bit further, he would have saw Jackson Green coming back through the middle of that little open spot right in front of the defenders.
3rd down and 10. Cy Fair is 3 of 4 on 3rd down today. Needing a convert here with 1:10 to play in the first half. Already up by 21, the Bobcats are. 28-7 is your tally. Pistol set for Riegler. He's going to hand this one off. Fontenot will get close to a 1st down, but he's going to be just a tad short. Gain of 8 on the play before he was taken down by Noel Tovar. And now we'll see what Cy Fair elects to do here on 4th down and 2. Offense is still on the field for now with 46 seconds to go. They're going to go for it, or did they jump? And they did jump. A false start on Cy Fair, and so now the punting unit will come onto the field.
Super surprised that they're going for that on 4th and 2. They're up by 21 points here, and they're still in their side of the field. They're going to go on a 4th and 2, kick it back 40 seconds to go, and try to stuff them.
Cameron Wattell back deep to receive here for Cy Ridge. On 4th down and 7 for the Bobcats with the punting units on the field. Mallory to send this one back to the Rams. It's a good snap. It's a good kick. Spiraling, nose down and muffed, and Cy Fair falls on it. Brock Ellison, the sophomore, lands on the football. Cy Ridge tried to field it on the run-up, and instead the Bobcats get a new lease here with 36 seconds to play. Now sitting at the Cy Ridge 38.
Big risk on that play. That happened early in the first quarter, Zach, when we saw the same play on the kickoff. The kids trying to make that running play to run up on it. It was successful in the first quarter, but right there is the consequences of that. You run up on it, comes off of your knee, and you're going to turn it right over.
Timeout taken by Cy Ridge, and Andrew Shanley and company trying to settle his team down a bit here before this half is over, trying to not surrender any more points as they burn their final timeout. Friendly reminder, this broadcast being brought to you by Northwest Glass and Mirror. When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, they do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind their work. Call today or visit them online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice. Cy Fair back on the ball here. 1st down and 10 from the Cy Ridge 38. Takes the snap. Going to be a quick out route. Going to be caught there by Ferrygood. And Ferrygood trying to get out of bounds and will right around the 1st down marker. He's going to be a little short, though. Gain of 9 on the play. Clock stops with 29 seconds left to play.
Yeah, Wisham doing a good job of pushing him out of bounds. And like Bobcats are trying to keep this, they're trying to get out of bounds as well. They're trying to put that dagger into him here before the break.
Quick catch, and turning the corner and ducking out of bounds is Henry Brooks. After the catch there, he'll go from the 29 down to the 18, so an 11-yard gain that time.
Boy, Cat's moving quick.
And back on the ball, looking. Riegler has tons of time. Pocket finally starting to collapse around him. A flag comes out, and he'll duck out of bounds, keeping the ball himself at the 15-yard line. But this is going to be a hold on Cy Fair, and it's coming back with 15 seconds left to play.
Cy Fair really practicing that 2-minute offense, trying to do something special to really extend this game before the break. And again, something they got to work on. They're gonna meet some pretty spectacular opponents down the ride here as they continue this season on. They need to take the opportunity to practice that whenever they can.
So Cy Fair already up to 7 penalties in this first half here. Really, that's kind of been the only real drawback of their game has been the penalties so far. So 15 seconds left to play. Shotgun formation here for Riegler. It's 1st and 20. And send him in motion and essentially create a 5-wide set. Riegler drops back, looking. Riegler, he's got pressure coming, and he's taken down at the 28-yard line. No gain on the play. Timeout Cy Fair with 7 seconds left.
Boy, Avila came in there and made a good play, and again, it was our Isaiah Broughton just chasing him and had him right there in front of him to take him down with a little bit of help. But boy, that big man is all over the field tonight.
So 7 seconds left. We'll see what Cy Fair elects to do here. A friendly reminder, this broadcast being brought to you by the Collette King Team. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call at 713-206-7653. That's 713-206-7653. So we'll see what Cy Fair is going to do here with 7 seconds and 1 timeout left.
Whose timeout was that?
That was Cy Fair's.
Oh, interesting. So 7 seconds. They're not going to go and snap it, kneel it down, and go have a Pepsi.
They are going to go for a field goal here, actually. This is going to be a 45-yard field goal attempt from Wiley Mallory. With 7 seconds to play before the half. 45 yards, almost dead center. Snap down, kick up, almost blocked, but the kick is off, and it sneaks over the crossbar, and it's good.
Nice leg by our kicker, and it was almost blocked. And now, I mean, you needed one more digit on that finger to get it on that football, but nice job just putting it right over the front of that field goal marker.
So the 45-yard field goal is good with just a little bit of room to spare. And that leads us to the break. 31-7, Cy Fair in front of Cy Ridge here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or a private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
We are the NFHS. That stands for the National Federation of State High School Associations. But really, what we stand for, together with the UIL, are the 825,000 high school sports and performing arts students in Texas. And so we stand. We stand for the runners, debate team members, and basketball players. We stand for their coaches, officials, and adjudicators. We stand for the drummers, football players, and actors. We stand for the golfers, singers, and swimmers. We stand as the national leader and advocate for these essential activities and all who participate in them and make them possible, because it is our purpose to ensure that high school students get to play, perform, and compete together. To learn more about who we are and what we stand for, visit nfhs.org.
Have you noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Texas.
This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Timeout. All right. Remember, we're a team that plays together. Listen, the winning will take care of itself. We just have to get everyone involved.
In interscholastic sports, we celebrate what makes every one of us unique. And in the pursuit of a common goal, everyone in the huddle, in the bleachers, and in the community comes together. This message presented by the UIL and the Texas High School Athletic Directors Association.
half just about ready to get underway here between Cy Fair and Cy Ridge. It is all Bobcats at the moment. 31-7 is your score. Start of the third quarter. Cy Ridge scored on a fantastic opening drive to start this game. They have not scored since, and Cy Fair has rattled off 31 unanswered in that frame. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer, joined of course by our spotter Bob Ferguson. And as the second half about ready to get underway, Cy Fair will get the ball to start the second half. They won the toss and deferred, and so they can try and add to what is already a 24-point lead here, Mac. And, you know, if you're Cy Fair, it's basically keep the ship steady. And if you're Cy Ridge, you're looking for the positives. Try and get something out of here heading into this second half. And still an outside chance to come back, but they got a hill to climb to get there.
It's way outside, Zach. And then, you know, that first drive was fantastic. And the last drive going into the halftime looked a little reminiscent of that first drive as well. Good opportunity, pass in the back of the end zone on that jump ball with his receiver picked off. They need to find a little bit more confidence so they can keep this thing rolling. I want to see them rebound beautifully here in this third quarter. And if you're the Bobcats, man, you just keep doing what you're doing.
Onside kick, and Cy Ridge has picked it up.
How about that?
That's one way to start the second half. Adrian Kay recovers the onside kick, and so Cy Ridge thumping a little bit here to get the second half going.
You don't have any choice but to be special team savvy, as we had mentioned in the pregame broadcast, and that's exactly what was happening with the second onside kick that we've had so far in this game. We've seen a little bit of a trickery so far. I love the special teams opportunity, but boy, what a great change of events. If these guys can take this one, punch this one into the end zone, what a great chime of confidence that this team's going to have.
31-7 is the lead for Cy Fair. Cy Ridge with the ball, though, after recovering the onside kick to start the open house, or the second half. Two running backs in this set. Takes the snap. Going to be a play action. Looking, rolling out. Right side, turning the corner, having some room, and sandwiched at the 37-yard line. A gain of 10 on the quarterback keeper that time by Cale Wheeland.
Boy, Wheeland doing a good job getting out of trouble in that backfield, but man, he paid for it coming in on top of him. Damian Williams just putting an absolute stop on him. And that's where you want to go down and just kind of slide. But he put it out there for his team on that run.
First down and 10 from the 37-yard line. Three receivers spread out here. A tight end in this set. Two running backs lined up. Hard count, takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff, bouncing to the outside, trying to cut the corner, and tackled out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Tackled there by Connor Sitton, but a nice little gain for Grant Gordon. Up to the 33-yard line, gain of 4 on the play.
Boy, much improved tackle for the Bobcats there. That's the type of play that we saw early in the first half that they weren't able to wrap up the Rams ball carriers, but nice job by Sitton.
Gordon going to check out here. So they swap a running back for a tight end in this set. Three receivers, one back lined up to the left of the quarterback, Wheeland. He's going to hand it off to said running back. That is Chevrolet, and Chevrolet bouncing off defenders past the 30-yard line and got down to the 26.
We talk about Chevrolet, man. He's not a huge kid from what I see up here, but man, is he mighty tough. Coming in there and taking that tackle head on from Terrence Johns. Bounces right back off of him, and he picks up that first down on that second effort.
So that brings up a fresh set of downs here for the Rams. It's 31-7 still, 10-10 to play here in the third quarter. Hard count, takes the snap. This is going to be a handoff, bouncing off to the outside, and a short gain by a host of white jerseys at the 23-yard line. So a gain of 3 that time on the carry.
You know, coming up with a lot of good spirit and spark into the second half. It was Hart coming along with Johns making that stop there for the Bobcats, but you can see that these guys got a chance to rest a little bit. Man, they were dragging some tongues on the end of that second half there for the Rams.
9.5 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Four receivers. Bit of a low snap, a play action, roll out. Whelan looking, zings it. A powerful throw down to the 10, inside the 5, and tripped up. Getting close to the goal line. They'll actually mark him down at the 3. There's a nice catch and run down of 20 yards on the throw from Whelan to Spiller Davidson.
Boy, great throw. I mean, Davidson just set right down in that nice little flat area right in front of the defenders, and he threw that thing on an absolute rope before Johns got a chance to get in there and knock him down.
31-7 still here. Cy Ridge trying to cut into this lead a little bit. Tight end in this set, 2 receivers. This is going to be a quarterback keeper to the outside, turning the corner into the end zone. Touchdown, Cy Ridge. A 3-yard touchdown scamper. And it's 31-13. The Rams with a nice onside kick to start the second half, and then a scoring drive to cap it off.
Well, the Rams they've won tonight's game on the scoring drives of the first half and the second half. Boy, both of them beautiful. That onside kick, the special teams unit stepping up when they absolutely had to. Complete change of events of what was going to be which could have really put this thing so far out of reach for them.
Extra point is up and good. So with 8:39 to play here in the third quarter, it's 31-14 is your score. Bobcats lead it here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
So Cy Ridge showing a little bit of life here with 8:39 to play in the third quarter. It's still 31-14 Bobcats, but the Rams go for the surprise onside kick. They recover it and then promptly march down the field and punch in a touchdown. See what they elect to do here in a 31-14 affair now with 8:39 to play in the third quarter.
What's the chances you try the onside kick again?
Be interesting to see.
I don't have enough confidence in myself to say they're going to do it, Zach.
I'm about to find out. They are going to do it again. It takes a skip. It rolls right through, and then Cy Ridge lit on it again. Yes, they did. Went right through the wickets of Rylan Randolph, and then Joseph Spiller Davidson, who's having himself a game, falls on the football. And Cy Ridge with back-to-back onside kicks trying to pull something out of a hat here.
Wow, Shanley gets big-time credit for both of those special team calls. We thought about it. I'm like, surely they're not good, but what do you have to lose? I mean, my goodness, it's 31-14. What do you have to lose?
Might as well.
You cannot win this game or come back if you are playing defense. So give me the ball. Give me a chance. I've got a chance to get it back. Let's run the onside kick play.
31-14, and Cy Ridge trying to put something together here. Takes the snap. It's a low one, awkward one, but a nice little gap of space for Whelan to run through over to the 34-yard line. So a healthy gain of 8 that time on the quarterback keeper.
Boy, Whelan was very close on that low snap to taking a knee when he received the football. I thought he actually almost went down, and if not, and he didn't, but it was certainly very close to his knee touching the ground when he received that snap.
8.5 minutes to play here as Cy Ridge will talk it over here. Third quarter, trying to put together what would be a wild comeback. They still got a long ways to go, but chipping away. This is going to be a handoff and not getting very far. In fact, he'll only get back to the line of scrimmage that time as Gordon. And it'll be third down and 2 from the 34-yard line. Cy Ridge has not had a lot of success on third down today. They're just 1 of 6.
And that was a big one when they got it. I mean, when they picked up that fourth down on the that first scoring drive, but that was a doozy on that third down. What was that, third down and 8 in the second quarter, Zach? The big long pass across the middle?
Yep. So 3rd down and 2 here for the Rams. And there's some confusion defensively for Cy Fair. Still haven't started the play clock, though, so all appears well for now. And now they roll it. 4-receiver spread here for the Rams. Cy Fair showing blitz, and someone jumped early on that offensive line for the Rams. That'll back them up from a 3rd and 2 into a 3rd and 7.
Trying to spread the offense out on both sides just to kind of loosen up that defense just a bit to give them that read option again around the corner. But they got a little bit too froggy. It must be a spectacular play. They couldn't wait to run that one. I want to see what they come up with now.
So 3rd down and 7 here from the 40 or the 39-yard line. 4-receiver spread for the Rams. And maybe a free play, maybe not. This is going to be a chuck down the field. There's a man there. It's too tall for the intended target and almost intercepted. He was looking for Tommy Pellegrin. It was Drayton Hawkins who was in coverage, almost had the pick. Wonder for a second if Cyridge thought they had a free play. They did have a free play. It is an offside. I just never saw the flag. That's my bad.
Looked like that right end on the defense. He jumped over right at the snap, and now it was a free play all the way to get their 5 yards back anyway. So good opportunity here for the Rams to keep this drive alive.
So that'll make it 3rd down and 2 again. As you mentioned, Mac just gets their 5 yards back here and makes it a much more manageable 3rd down. 2 running backs in this set. It's a low snap. Have to pick it up off the turf. Trying to turn the corner and slung down right at the 33-yard line. So a gain of a yard. Not enough for the 1st down.
That low snap on the last, I guess, couple times here in the last 4 plays, very close to Whelan taking a knee on it. That was the exact same play. They've got to get that one straightened out just a little bit, but certainly this is going to be right in the wheelhouse of Shanley. If he gambles on 2 onside kicks, he's certainly going on a 4th and 1.
So 4th down and 1. Here we go for Cy Ridge trying to get the big conversion. This is going to be a quarterback keeper, and he's dragged down in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. Great read by Drayton Hawkins, who hung on for dear life. And he was able to force the tackle in the backfield, turnover on downs, and Cy Ridge's momentum comes to a grinding halt after it was chugging into the station there for a little bit.
Boy, Drayton Hawkins looked good on that play. Looks like someone may have missed a block on top of him because he had a free look at him and just got him right around the shins, right below the knees, and just wrapped him up.
Takes the snap, hand off, and look out, a lot of space here for Fontenot. He tries to run it up, taken down past the 50 to the 45 and down at the 40-yard line. Taken down at the 38-yard line. A big run there for Fontenot. Moved the chains for Cy Fair.
Yeah, Waddle coming in, making a stop on there, but that's the Bobcat, right? That's what we renamed it earlier, right up the middle.
Another handoff. Fontenot trying to bounce to the outside and gets through a couple arm tackles and is folded up at the 30-yard line. So 27 on the first carry, that long carry, and then gets up for a gain of 8 there. And right back to the line is Cy Fair trying to hurry up this offense. This is going to be another handoff to Fontenot and another 1st down to the 25. A gain of 5 on that play.
Boy, Cy Fair moving quick, just wearing Fontenot out right here on these direct dive runs right up the middle. I mean, they're going to the no huddle now, just going to park it right back up their nose.
5.5 to play here. A handoff. Fontenot stopping and slammed down right at the line of scrimmage. Combo tackle that time from Matt Wellington and our favorite Isaiah Bruton, who's having himself a game.
Boy, when Bruton gets his arms around you, man, it's not going to end well for you. And he knows how to wrap you up and take you down quick.
4-receiver spread. And someone jumped for Cy Fair.
I didn't see, Zach, who jumped for the Bobcat team on that play. Might have been the far receiver on the far side.
I think you're right. I think it was LaMichael Miles who might have jumped a little bit there. It's second down and 16. Looking, Riegler looking, rolling out. Zings this one off the hands of the aforementioned Miles and out of bounds. Hit him near the sideline, kind of around the 22. And so that'll bring up third down and 16.
Man, that ball had some pop on it by Riegler. Miles, he's like, man, it got on him just a little bit quick. Didn't expect it to be there so fast.
So third down, where Cy Fair has been pretty good tonight, 3 of 5. They're going to send the running back in motion out. So this is essentially a 5-wide set here for Riegler. He's got all the day in the world to throw. Looking, zings it on the run, incomplete. And in the secondary that time was Joseph Spiller-Davidson, who could play both sides of the ball clearly. Nice pass break up there, and it brings up fourth down and 16.
Great job on the defensive back for the Rams just to contain that entire play, not giving Riegler really any opportunities whatsoever. Even the final selection that he looked at, trying to pull his receiver in, would have been certainly short of the first down.
So the offense is going to stay out there for Cy Fair. So big opportunity here for Cy Ridge if they can get a stop. 4.5 minutes to play. They're going to try and set up the screen, and it just never fully developed. Incomplete. It was knocked away by Noel Tovar, but the intended target, it looked like it was Jaden Napoles, the offensive lineman, who even if he caught the ball, that would have been illegal touching.
Did he check in with the officials before that play started? I mean, I would love to see Jaden Napoles pull that pass down and do a little rumbling and stumbling. He's a big man down there. I'd love to see him score.
So it's a turnover on downs, and Cy Ridge takes back over here, trying to climb back into this one. Again, they're down 31-14, 4:23 to play here. In the third quarter. 3 receiver spread, 2 running backs in this set for the Rams. Takes the snap, drops back, looking, quick throw, quick catch, and a quick tackle. Spiller-Davidson with the catch. It was Jaden Vaughn taking him down at the 34-yard line. So gain of 3 on the play that time on the quick throw and catch by Spiller-Davidson.
Jaden Vaughn was just right there, right on spot, man. Just bang, bang play again. This knocks him right out of bounds. But after a gain of 3, I mean, good execution on both sides.
Second down and 7. 3 receivers, 2 running backs. Cy Fair showing blitz. It's going to be a handoff and a big tackle. Forward progress will get him to the 36-yard line, but Gordon only picks up 2 yards, and that'll bring up third down and 5.
Well, like you've been saying most of the night too, Zach, this is the opportunity. They got to go back and work on these third down plays. They got to design that play where they can automatically pick up 5 yards when they need it. And certainly, again, I'm going to call it 4-down territory here for the Rams. I know we're right here 3 minutes going to the third quarter, but they're gambling. They have nothing to lose. I like the way that Shanley's managing his offense and his team here tonight with all the risks.
Takes the snap. He's going to throw a bullet. That one's caught. That one's going to be a first down. A good catch that time by Preslav Dimitrov, his first catch of the game.
That's a fun one to say too, man. Dimitrov went down and picked that one right up off the top of the carpet and hauled it in for that first down pick.
Gain of 9 on the play, and so that'll move the chains for Cy Ridge. Just the second time they've converted a third down in this game. They're now 2 for 8. First and 10 from the 45. They'll break the huddle. 3 receivers, 2 running backs in this set here for Cale Wieland. Hard count for him. Zone read, handoff, and a lot of space. Second level finally got him, but that was a nice burst of speed for Julius Chevrolet. Gain of 10. He almost broke that one for REMAX.
Boy, Connor Sitton was sitting right on top of it, and he had a chance, and he got him. And right behind him was Terrence Johns, but good open field tackle there by Sitton.
Break the huddle again. Same formation, 3 receivers, 2 on the left side of the line, 2 running backs. Bit of a low snap, picked up, going to be a high toss, 50-50 ball, incomplete. It was Spiller Davidson looking for the ball, but Vaughn.
I do love the jump ball. There was a...
Thought there should have been a pass interference flag thrown there, but none forthcoming, and so it's 2nd down and 10.
I don't know, you call that talking with or talking to? I think that's more talking to than
Going to be a zone read, handoff, and Gordon does not get, no, he does get an extra push up to the 43-yard line. So a gain of 2 on the play that time by Gordon before he's taken down by Connor Sitton.
I tell you what, great piece of running there by Gordon. Gordon, he was stood up twice. He just refused to go down. Then you get Charlie Hart out there, that big old hard-nosed number 44 going out there and putting a stick on you. And finally, they get Gordon down.
So 3rd down and 8. Cy Ridge needs another conversion here. 4 receiver spread, or split evenly, 2 on either side. Shotgun formation, takes the snap. It's going to be a handoff and turning and finding some space and fumbling the football, picked up by Cy Fair, and this may go back the other way. 50, 40, 30, he's got blockers in front of him, down to the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown Cy Fair. Terrence Johns takes it all the way back on the scoop and score.
Boy, Terrence Johns, that ball bounces 2 times, comes right to Terrence Johns, and he is off to the races going down the left side. He's got a couple Rams over there that he's got to get past, and he's got his good buddy over there, Charlie Hart, running pick man all the way down the field to let him get into that end zone. What a scoop and score indeed, Zach.
Cy Fair now up 37-14 with 92 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. Snap is down, kick is up, kick flutters through the uprights, and it's good. So, 1:32 to play in the 3rd quarter. Bobcats lead at 38-14 here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before. .132 to play in the 3rd quarter. A 65-plus yard scoop and score fumble recovery for Cy Fair has ballooned their lead out even more.
You know what the most effort on that last play was? The push-up guy. The push-up guy just ripped out 38 push-ups, and they got Gatorade going at him right now. The push-up guy is working his tail off over there for the Bobcats.
Fielded at the 18, and a stiff arm flag comes flying in. It was Cameron Wattell on the return. It was a good one, but let's check the flag.
Jaden Vaughn running with him the whole way, does a great job on open field tackle here on the near side.
It is going to be holding on Cy Ridge, so that will negate this return. And so Cy Ridge will start this drive buried deep in their own territory. Officially the 25 is where they'll mark it.
Now looking down there at the clock, and I was going to come back off the break and was like, I'm so disappointed the push-up guy didn't step up after the.
That's really what you're paying attention to at this point.
I don't know what kind of. I don't know whose play is that, but the push-up guy,
he's 30, on it.
Oh, fantastic work.
1st down and 10 here for Cy Ridge. They send a receiver in motion from left to right. They'll swing it out to him in the flat. That's Pellegrin, and Pellegrin trying to get a block on the outside. No, still not, still up, and then Gets pushed out of bounds at the 30-yard line, so a gain of 5 that time.
Boy, Tommy Pellegrin does a nice job. He gets that pass right there at the line of scrimmage, fights for about 2. You think they're going to wrap him up, stays in bounds and continues to fight for more yardage. The fact that he has not given up on this game tonight, big testament out there to Pellegrin.
1:13 to play here in the third quarter. 38-14, Cy Fair in front. Sends the running back in motion. They'll swing it out to him on the pass play. This one does not make it. It's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
Boy, Bobcats all over that one. Know where they were going to go. Jace Robinson coming in, making that initial hit. And here comes Charlie Hart again. Charlie Hart just having a whale of a game out here for the Bobcats tonight. Highlighted by his scoop and score. He's got that old school look too, man. He's got those kind of short white socks and those black shoes. He looks like he should be playing football for a college team back in 1952, man. just a ball player. Love the look of that kid.
Perfect description. Paint the picture, Mac Hunter.
Thank you.
It's going to be an awkward snap. He was not ready for it, but throws it on the run anyway. There's a man down there, too tall, though. Looking for Spiller Davidson, and Jaden Vaughn was in coverage. Spiller Davidson arguing for a flag, not going to get one, though.
You know, Whelan doing a good job just running for his life in that backfield, looking for his receiver out there, and he had a chance to pull in Spiller Davidson into that play, but just over the outreach of his arm.
So the long snaps have been a bit of an issue today. On the 2 times Cy Ridge has punted, they've basically rolled back to the punter.
Fake punt. What's the chances now? Are we still going to re-roll the dice?
4th and 7. And this one's going to take a hop, and it pops loose, and there's a collision picked up by Wattell, and he's going to go backwards. Cy Fair's going to start at the Cy Ridge 14-yard line, as the 3rd bad snap on a punt today for Cy Ridge was through the wickets of the punter, and once again a short porch here for the Bobcats.
Yeah, just a tough break. People like, oh my gosh, how come he can't get that thing snapped back to him? It's not as easy as it looks.
It is not. Long snap. I mean, there's a reason long snappers are paid very well in the NFL.
So anybody wants to give any grief to the poor long snapper down there, it's having a tough time. He's already feeling it. He'll work it out. He'll work through this, but it's not as easy as you might make it out to be.
Pistol formation, and this is going to be a false start on everyone but the center. The entire line moved except for the man snapping the ball. And the official actually pegs the flag on Henry Brooks, the wide receiver, when I think it was all the offensive linemen except for the center.
Henry Brooks he has a servant's heart. I'll take the blame for these guys. I got their back.
11 seconds left to play here in the third quarter in a 38-14 game. 1st down and 15. Takes the snap. Hand off and the pistol. Fontenot trying to bludgeon his way through. He is dragging blue jerseys with him all the way down to the 10. It's a gain of 9 for him, and that takes us to the end of the third quarter. So it has been comfortably Cy Fair sans that opening drive for the Rams, and a little bit of heart palpitations early in the second half off a couple onside kicks, but the Bobcats have leveled the ship. It's still 38-14 is your score. Cy Fair in front of Cy Ridge here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Hello, Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Wrap and Mail Room is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
Start of the fourth quarter here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Cy Fair in front comfortably, 38-14 is the score at the start of the fourth. Zach Babb alongside Mac Honer. Spotter Bob Ferguson doing a great job as always. Cy Fair with the ball here, 2nd down and 6 from the 10-yard line. Handoff, Fontenot creating space, reaching for the goal line. He is short by about half a yard.
Boy, he doing everything he could to get that ball in there, but man, met head on there by Harpold. They kept him out of the end zone, but boy, this Bobcat team, they are just trying to continue, well, they're not trying, they are just continuing to pour on the effort. And it seems like they're getting stronger, physically stronger as the game goes on.
Cy Ridge making a late substitution here. They do make it in time. Cy Fair in the I formation. There's not a lot of schools at the high school level that do this anymore. Riegler, handoff, fullback, Fontenot from the fullback position. He's in, touchdown. 1-yard touchdown run, and it's Fontenot's third of the game on his 12th carry, and it's 44-14 Cy Fair.
Boy, they're working Fontenot tonight. He is having just a fantastic game and great effort all the way around on what he's doing, and goes back to what we call the Bobcat play, man, when you're just running that ball right up the middle, and Fontenot is the king of that this evening.
Riley Mallory on for the extra point, trying to make it 45-14. Kick is up and good. And with 11:16 to play here in the fourth quarter, it's 45-14 Cy Fair on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
$11:16 to play here in the fourth quarter. It's 45-14. Cy Fair leading Cy Ridge. A couple out-of-town scores for you. Stratford leading 21-17 on Cy Creek at the end of the third, and then Jersey Village 28-14 leaders on Northbrook at the end of the third quarter.
Boy, opening district, man, this is a great start for the Bobcats coming out here with their first district game, putting this kind of performance out there. And, you know, and Rams showing some sparks of some really good things they're doing as well. So now we got the big screen here at Cy Fair FCU Stadium, taking a look at my push-up guy, just to make sure we got the stats right.
They've got him on the big screen now.
Push-up
there
guy.
we go.
Push-up guy had 135 going into that drive. Now he's going to bust off another 45. So he's putting the work in.
There's the return for Cy Ridge, fielded at the 10 and returned to about the 26. Grant Gordon on the return, tackled by Drayton Hawkins. Is there? This is a pretty cool scene as they're trying to get him to do all of his push-ups. Oh, and he wiped out. Someone get him some oxygen.
They're going to bring the Bobcat 12th man down there, and they're going to wrap up the rest of his responsibility here.
BFND, Bobcat Fight Never Dies. It's the slogan that Cy Fair proudly throws out there. And, man, if they fought well tonight, the Bobcats have. 45-14, they lead it. Cy Ridge with the ball again, though. Going to be a pass, zings it out, caught, and immediately plastered at the 15-yard line is the receiver Dimitrov.
Boy, Williams did a great job of reading that. Great pass and catch, but man, Williams was right there in the right spot to limit that to only a 4 or 5 yard game.
Clock rolling down from 10:46 to play here. Rams line it up. Surveys the defense. Whelan does. He's going to hand it off, trying to change direction, and not really able to is Chevrolet. And it whistles for an injury timeout here.
Robinson and Torres getting credit with the stop as they came in and teamed up. I'm surprised this is our first cramp stoppage of the game. I mean, it's been a relatively mild night. Not like the first game of the season where we're doing over-unders on cramps. It took a while.
Yeah, I think we put it at 8.5 in the first game, and it did hit the over.
It did hit the over. So anyway, so again, I'm going to go back to my favorite player, the push-up guy. The over/under on push-up guy was 175, and
we were pegging that too.
I think he's at 174. He pulled a hamstring over there, couldn't finish, couldn't get the final 45 done, and I think they're going to give him a break. And I don't think anyone's going to think any less of push-up guy for his performance this evening.
45-14, Bobcats lead it. Cy Ridge back on the field here. Clock continuing to burn down from 10:13. It looks like that's still Wheeland, excuse me. Play clock down to 7, and I think Cy Ridge is actually short a player, and they're going to have to take a timeout. 19 is coming on the field late there. That was Dwayne Johnson. And so while the Rams talk this over with 10:02 to play, a reminder that this broadcast is being brought to you by Fire Reconstruction, Inc. Since 2003, Fire Reconstruction, Inc. has specialized in full-service residential and commercial restoration, roofing and structure repairs services from damage caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from start to finish and get your property back to normal and better than before. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Rams back on the field here. Wheeland sends a man in motion. Drops back, under pressure, rolling out, looking, turning, tucking, and folded up at the 31. Gain of a yard on the play. As making the tackle was Jace Robinson.
Well, if I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to tell Wheeland, we gotta make some better decisions when it comes to getting hit, because he's got 3 guys bearing down on him, and he's a brave kid.
Give him credit.
I'm telling you, he puts his head right in the middle of it and takes the blunt of it, but it just goes to show you what kind of competitor this kid is.
So the punting unit on here on 4th down and 5. So the snap takes another hop, but again, the punter able to get it off. It's going to be fielded at the 39-yard line. And taken down is Jaden Vaughn just past the 50. I'll mark him right at the 50. So a 11-yard return, 9:02 to play here in the 4th quarter, 45-14. For 40 years, locally owned and operated, the Rapid Mailroom has been packing items with care, and they'll get it there. They've got you covered from shipping to notary, P.O. Box, and holiday gift wrapping. Located at 7710 Cherry Park Drive in the heart of Copperfield, the Rapid Mailroom is here for you, packed with care. We'll get it there.
So he's going into the break. They were continuing to throw the ball. They were calling timeout. They wanted to get the field goal unit on there to get that extra 3 with Miller. I would think at this point, 9 minutes to go, I'm running the football. I'm running the Bobcat. I'm taking it back up the middle. I'm going to burn clock and give some other kids some opportunities out here.
And the second teamer is now in to a degree, as Fontenot is going to take this one out to the outside and goes down at the 40-yard line. So a gain of 10 for Fontenot, who's had himself a pretty good game, 3 touchdowns already on 13 carries. The new quarterback in is LaMichael Miles. With the full house backfield here. He's got 3 running backs in. Miles takes the snap. Going to keep it himself on the zone read. Going to try and turn the corner to the outside, to the 30, 25, and ducks out of bounds at the 21. It was Cameron Wattell chasing him out. Officially, the 20 is where they'll mark him, so it's a gain of 20.
Boy, good job by Chris Moss leading the block there for the Bobcats. He gets a hold of that defender, has his hands in there tight, probably has a couple fistful of jerseys, but just does a great job managing his defender to allow his quarterback to get that extra yardage.
8 minutes to play here in this game. High formation again here. Takes the snap, hand off, and slung down In the backfield that time, not anywhere to go, was Nehemiah Barclay, the junior running back. Going to lose 4 yards on the play.
That's Isaiah Broughton to come out there again, making that big play. He is a big man.
I wish they don't, high schools, and they're not required to, but heights and weights are becoming less and less common on the published rosters that come out.
Yeah.
And I would love to see the stats on that man.
We did a game the other day, and they did give us the weights of it. And it was a 281 was the average weight of their offensive line.
That's incredible for high school. Handoff here to Barclay, and he'll get up to about the 17 before he's folded up. So gain of 7 and brings up 3rd and 7 for Cy Fair.
It was Eisenhower came out the other night, and we're talking to the head coach about the Eisenhower team, and he got there and he had 18 players, and he had to go and recruit kids out of the hallway. He said one of my big offensive linemen is 360.
And he wasn't playing football?
And he was not playing football.
There's a pass. That one caught on the slant and falling down inside the 10. A nice throw there, first throw of the game for Michael Miles, and it's caught by Caden Lewis, the junior receiver.
And this kid wasn't playing football. Guess what he was doing? He was on the chess team.
That's incredible.
So he goes out and finds these kids on the chess team doing extra things and brings them back in and makes it a part of the football program. What a great coach, what a great leader that is for that school.
Another quarterback change. Spencer Hallen now in. He's going to hand this one off to Barclay. Doesn't get very far and gets suplexed at the 5.
That was our man Brown again. I mean, he just picked him up, spun him around, and threw him down like a bad habit.
2nd and goal from the 5 now, with the 3rd quarterback of the day now in for Cy Fair. Spencer Holland, the senior. Getting some snaps in. Cy Fair still content to let as much of this clock burn as they can. A lot of movement around here on this line before the snap. He does take the snap. It's going to be a handoff to Barclay, and he will fly down to the 1 before he gets tackled. Clock continues to burn. 3rd and goal from the 1 coming up here with 5:17 to play.
Well, I do love the fact that the Bobcats are doing a good job of platooning their kids into this game and getting everyone off the bench. There's got to be, I haven't counted the roster, but this is one of the few games that we do where you have 3 columns of players on your roster sheet. That is just significant.
Full backfield looks like a wishbone formation. They try and sneak it. Does he get in? No. They were trying to give the touchdown to Spencer Holland, the senior, 3rd string quarterback. Instead, he stuffed at the 1.
Yeah, look at that roster. How many kids you want to get in the game? There's 65 to 70 kids on this Bobcat roster. That is significant that they're out here and giving every one of them a chance to be a part of it. Look at the Ridge Rams.
Wishbone again.
Rams 38 on their roster.
And I don't think he got it.
No.
They're trying to get it to Holland. He ends up losing a yard on the play. And who else but Isaiah Bruton in to make the tackle. We have an injured Bobcat on the play.
We're talking a little bit about the roster size, and there's probably a reason why the Rams look a little winded that second half. You just don't have as many kids to come platoon in for them and give them a few breaks and breathers. When you got a 70-man roster across from you, you can keep good, healthy kids out there. A lot of healthy kids that know how to play in that Bobcat organization.
So 4:23 to play here in the 3rd quarter as they tend to the injured Bobcat. A friendly reminder that this broadcast is brought to you by Northwest Glass and Mirror. When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, they do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind their work. Call today or visit them online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice. This broadcast also brought to you by the Collette King Team. Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team. Give Collette a call That's 713-206-7653. That's 713-206-7653.
So it looked like it was Eric Montoya that was the injured Bobcat. He walks off the field on his own power, which is good to see.
So Cy Ridge with the ball backed up at their own 2-yard line here, after forcing the turnover on downs inside the 5.
That's a great momentum play for the Rams. I mean, the fact you can stuff the Bobcats, who's known for running the ball up the middle, that's a big-time defensive stand for them.
And now they're going to set up in the I formation here. It's going to be a handoff, and he's got some space, breaking a couple tackles, still going past the 15, and it's one way to get out of the shadow of your end zone. Just hand it off to your running back who's lined up in the fullback spot and get 15 yards out of it.
You know, one thing whenever you're doing your interview with Miller, he was very respectful of that whole Rams team. Like, they got great athletes, and they do. We've seen great athletes. He goes, they just don't have that much depth, and they don't. But they got some great athletes, and the fact that they continue to do their best and not give up on any plays is, I gain a lot of respect for that.
I formation again here for Cy Ridge. It's going to be a handoff to the running back Gordon. He'll try and bounce it to the outside before he gets taken down past the 20 to the 21. Gain of 3 on the play, brings up 2nd down and 7. Cy Ridge will run back to the line here as we hit 3.5 minutes to play in this contest. Clock continuing to roll. 45-14, Cy Fair in front. I formation again, another handoff to Gordon. He's got a lot of space and gets up to the 30 and is wrapped up at the 33-yard line. So a big burst of speed there and a gain of 12.
Boy, good job by parting the line there on the offensive side for the Rams, but right there in front of him was Nathan Chu for the Bobcats to make the stop. But man, the offensive line continues to work hard out there. That was a fantastic hole and just ran right back into a defensive back and the last linebacker standing there for the Bobcats.
Rams getting good pushes here on this drive. They started back at their own 2. They're now up at their own 33. I formation, handoff, stretch play out to the left side, and Gordon's got a first down, and he'll duck out of bounds at the 48. So another healthy gain, this time of 15 for Gordon, and move the chains once again for the Rams, who are putting together a pretty good drive here.
Yeah, beauty. And, you know, Bryce Coles is out there, ran him out of bounds, so he gets a chance to enter the game to make a play here for the Bobcats. And Bobcats continue to platoon kids back and forth into this game all night long, and just trying to keep them healthy and hopefully give a lot of these kids, and not hopefully, they are giving a lot of these kids an opportunity to play here tonight.
That'll take us down to the 2-minute timeout. So exactly 2 minutes to play here in this contest. It's 45-14 Cy Fair here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in Texas needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Two minutes to play here, coming out of the 2-minute timeout. It's 45-14 Cy Fair. Cy Ridge with the ball, though, and driving at the 48-yard line. A play action, roll out, looking, zings it on the run. Had a man in the flat. His intended target that time was Dimitrov, but it missed him and falls incomplete, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Dimitrov, he was open, just led him about 2 yards too far, and Dimitrov had an opportunity to pick up that first down pretty quick there for the Rams.
So 1:53 to play here. Clock stops with the incompletion. Rams break the huddle. High formation again. Hand off to a new running back. This is Wattell. He's played some receiver today and then gets smushed at the 46. It's a loss of 2 on the play there.
Aggressive defense coming after that tailback for the Bobcats. Tegan Hine came in and just showed some of his little pop and speed from that D-line position.
Final 90 seconds here. Cy Ridge not really in any hurry at this point, trailing 45-14. Just trying to get out of this game as healthy as possible. Look ahead to next week's contest. High formation again here. Takes the snap, handoff, bouncing it to the left side and finding a seam and making a man miss and still going. 30, 25 and folded up at the 23-yard line that time. A nice run on the play by Wattell before he's finally dragged down by Tyshir Wells.
So your takeaway so far for the Rams is the fact they're playing with them here. They're playing with them. They are making the plays they need to. They're not giving up. They're showing great fight at the end of this game. No chance they're going to do anything more than what's happened here, but they are showing great fight.
And a bounce to the outside, run by Wattell to the 20. Clock is down to 30 seconds. And doesn't look like anyone's going to take any timeouts or anything of that nature. They don't have to run another play if they don't want to. We'll see if they try to. Final 17 seconds here. They're going to break out in the I formation again with 12 seconds to play. Play action, rolling out, dropping back, throwing off his back foot, caught at the 10, at the 5, touchdown, Cy Ridge.
How about you?
Right at the horn.
How about you? Good job, Grant Gordon, fighting your way to the end zone on that catch there at the end. I love the way the Rams ended this game. They gave themselves a chance to come back and do something special, come back to make some good plays rather, but the fact they didn't give up in that last series, they could have just tucked their tail and went to the sideline, Zach, and they didn't. So congratulations to the Rams and congratulations for Shanley for keeping these kids really going after it.
And so they still have to, because of tiebreaker reasons, I think, kick the extra point unless Cy Ridge is going to decline to do so. And I think Cy Ridge is going to decline to kick the extra point, and so that is how this game will end. 45-20 is the final score. Cy Fair gets the victory over Cy Ridge. Post-game show is next, presented by the Rapid Mailroom here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team.
Looking to buy or sell your home? Trust the Collette King Team with REMAX, bringing you over 25 years of real estate expertise right here in your community. From first-time buyers to luxury estates, Collette and her team know the market inside and out, and they'll guide you every step of the way. Because with the Collette King Team, it's more than real estate. It's about giving you the attention and care you deserve. From cottages to castles, expect the royal treatment with the Collette King Team.
Veteran owned and operated since 2003, Fire Reconstruction Inc. is the top choice for restoration services to commercial and residential properties caused by fire, water, storms, and mold. They handle the entire process from structure repair, roofing mitigation, packing out, storing, and cleaning contents to give you peace of mind. Fire Reconstruction Inc. has been vetted and are preferred vendors of most insurance companies and is a local business that supports the local community. Visit their website at fri24-7.com or give them a call at 281-859-3999. Fire Reconstruction Inc. Better than before.
Hello, Copperfield. The Rappin' Mailroom is your go-to place for wrapping, packing, and shipping. When you need UPS, FedEx, US Mail, or DHL, we'll find the most affordable and reliable option to meet your needs. Looking for notary or private mailbox, maybe holiday gift wrapping? We've got you covered. Find us at 7710 Cherry Park Drive, right in the heart of Copperfield. The Rappin' Mailroom is here for you. Packed with care, we'll get it there.
When Houston needs glass, Houston calls Northwest Glass and Mirror. From custom shower doors to sleek mirrors, from residential windows to commercial storefronts, we do it all with expert craftsmanship and hometown care. Family owned, trusted for over 40 years, and always standing behind our work. Northwest Glass and Mirror. Quality, clarity, and service you can see. Call today or visit us online. Northwest Glass and Mirror, Houston's clear choice.
Welcome back, into the Rapid Mailroom postgame show. Cy Fair gets the win, 45-20 is your final score. And Mac, for our player of the game, I think it's hard to turn away from a guy who had 155 yards on 13 carries for 3 touchdowns, and that was the play tonight for running back Arnell Fontenot, the senior. I think he's a good candidate for our player of the game.
Boy, couldn't agree with you more on that one, Zach. Arnell Fontenot did a great job carrying the rock, and they just fed him the ball all night long, ran it right down the throat of this Rams defense the entire evening. And Fontenot, you know, he should win an award for 50 pounds of ice from Sonic to go soak himself after the beating that he took out there. But he was not afraid to run it. He was not afraid to run into contact, and he just thrived whenever that plays up the middle. And for sure, give that offensive line a big assist as well. They did a great job clearing the path for Mr. Fontenot.
Cy Fair for the Bobcats. They improved to 3-1. They're 1-0 to start district play. And, Mac, it never, outside of really kind of the first start of each half, really, the start of the game and then the start of the second half, Cy Ridge did get the upper hand there for a second, but it felt like Cy Fair did a good job of settling things down after things felt a little wobbly early in both halves.
You know, Cy Fair's a good football team, and Cy Ridge got a lot of work on, and they will, and they'll continue to get better, but you look at the playoff history of what Cy Fair has historically done over the last 15 years.
Haven't missed the playoffs since 2010.
They're always in the conversation. They're always there. They go deep. They've had some great chances. They won it all, 17?
Yep.
And so looking at them tonight, you look at their schedule and what they've done so far and what they're going to take away from this game and what they've already, and the games they've already played, they're really good. But they've got some really manageable things that they can work on that will make them just that much better. Look at some of the petty penalties that they had to contend with all night long. Special teams continuing to take some risks there, and I did like that, and being able to compete against special teams opportunities that have been played against them tonight. They did a pretty good job mitigating against that as well. But they're going to pick up where they left off last year. They need to continue to humble themselves, get better, and that's what Coach Hanley's going to do with these guys.
Yeah, it's and like you said, Mac, it's just you can see the talent, you can see the fight, you can see the skill from Cy Ridge. It's just kind of trying to get it all to mix together at the right time and in the right way, because it's all there for them, and it's just they're going to grow, they're going to learn, and they're going to get better. But right now, it's just a little bit of a tough sled in Ramville.
Well, and hats off also to the Bobcats that they got 70 kids on that football team. That just says a lot for that coaching staff, because a lot of kids are not going to get the playing time that they want. 70, you're sharing a lot of playing time with 70 players out there, but they want to be a part of something special. And there's a long history and a long tradition over there at the Cy Fair Bobcat School that people want to be a part of, and they can share that same memory with a lot of people who are there before them.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight here on the Varsity Wires Radio Network, presented by the Collette King Team. Again, Cy Fair gets the win, 45-20 over Cy Ridge is your final score. For our spotter, Bob Ferguson, and for my broadcast partner, Mac Honer, this is Zach Babb saying good night from Cypress.